Okay, how about now? I know the camera quality is shitty, but like, what can you do? You know? What can you do? I also wish it was up taller, but I have it on my shoe organizer so that the camera is here and the computer is here. It's not the best quality, but like I said, what can you do? Oh, I was looking for my little light. I have no clue where it is. I was gonna add it and see if that would help. I might still be in the car. That sucks. It's so gross outside. I don't know if y'all can hear the storm going on outside, but I'm not going out there. Hello, I see Jace and Danielle and Amy and Nicolette in the YouTube. Okay, so hear me out. Hear me out, okay? So I'm going to start dual streaming on both TikTok and YouTube. I'm going to be saving and uploading my live streams to a playlist on YouTube. And for those of y'all who are like super down to help me out, if you go back and watch them, it gives me watch time. So when I live stream, I'm going to save it to my profile. And then when you're just like fiddle farting around, you go to work or whatever, put the video on, put it on mute, and let it run. And that would help me out with the watch time so very much. So that's what we're going to try to get my watch time up. It is weird. It is weird looking at two cameras. So yeah, that's what we're going to try to get my watch time up. So for those of y'all who are just the most angelly little babies in the whole wide world, if I live stream for 4 hours and I upload it, leave it playing, that gives me 4 hours. And if 10 of y'all do that, that's 40 hours. Like, amazing. So, hi Camaro girl. I see you guys. Hi Carla. Watched several videos the other day for you. Thank you so much, Carla. Hi Melanie. Hello everybody. Hi. Okay, so I don't know if y'all can hear how gross it is outside. Hi Adrian. Just here for the watch hours. Okay, thank you. Helpful too. If we missed your live, you can watch it later. Right. And see, me personally, I don't find watching live streams later interesting because I can't like comment and interact. But if you guys do, hell yeah, I will save the live streams for you guys. Yeah, it's rain. So it snowed today at work, not a ton, but the wind was super crazy. It was raining and snowing at the same time most of my work day. I was in the pond scrubbing because, Thursdays are my day. I look so much bigger on the computer, but I think that it's just the angle. Like, I physically look bigger. Anyway, I'm going to have to ignore that or I'll start crying. So I was in the water scrubbing and that already takes all the energy out of me. But then like all of my nose jewelry was freezing cold. The wind I got hit in the face with a tumbleweed today. So that was interesting. Before the sun even came up at like 5:30, I got hit in the face with it. So I am going to be on for a bit tonight. Yes. Hi, Kathleen. So anyway, when I got off of work, I came home, ate a snack, and took a nap. From like 2 to like 5:30 or something, I guess is when I woke up. But I'm feeling pretty good. However, the weather is pretty gross. Did you hear the wah 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 beforehand? I don't know what that means. Gross in Kentucky. And rain a lot of the day. Oh, I missed you too, Caitlin. Come over to YouTube so you can get your watch hours. Yes, Adrian, I'm on TikTok as well, watching on both platforms. Those of y'all who ride that hard for me, like the fact that y'all are like dual watching me, you're willing to like listen back to live streams that you can't interact with to give me watch time. I can't thank you guys enough. Y'all are fucking awesome. Hi, Gina. Hi, Lola. Is that the only shirt you have because you wear it all the time? Nope, it's just my most comfortable one. It's my favorite one. It's the only one I have that is a pullover that doesn't have a hood and a hoodie, like it's actual hoodie. So it's just my favorite one. Do you not have a favorite hoodie that you wear? Watching you both on my TV, and is it pretty comparable between the two, or is it lagging or anything? Because we have big storms coming in the next few weeks from Oregon coast. Yeah, it's supposed to be gross until like Thursday. We're supposed to get snow and stuff. It was snowing earlier. I don't think it's snowing now. I think it's just rain, but y'all can hear the wind. YouTube's behind. I just doze off. If I doze off, just step over me. You're on the TikTok and YouTube and on the phone. Oh, you're so sweet. I love you guys. Thank you for working with me as we try to get my shit up. I am horizontal over here. How does it feel being horizontal? It's in the 70s in Texas. I'm not surprised. It's Texas. I need some water. Hold on. Tippin, did you want to say hi? Did you want to say hi to the people? Also, it's very windy, so both of my screens are going to bounce a little bit because it's very windy. Tippin, you want to say hi? Come here. Yeah, he's a kitty cat boy. Oh, I'm just a big old boy. As the live video part is smaller and I can't figure out how to make it full screen. Whereas TikTok has the full screen? Huh. Frankie is loving YouTube on the TV. Cute. I think I prefer vertical. Hi, Lisa. TP and Nick, we have 2 cameras? Tippin said we're living in 2025. He said we have 2 whole cameras? Sarah Orton was a sweetheart and bought him some more churu and some kitty food that'll be in on the 7th. So we will have churu time. We'll have churu time next week. It's a baby. Oh my goodness, he's so cute. Oh, he's so cute. Will you please repeat the name of the natural soap you use? Yep, it's called Dr. Bronner's. Broners. I use the peppermint personally, but I like the almond as well. The almond is a bit more gentle. I'm surprised how many people watch YouTube on their TVs. You are? Screen is good on my phone. Okay, TV. I'm going to put him back down, but he came to say hi. So we're dual screening it, baby. We're dual screening it, baby. Okay. It's so weird. I'm trying so hard to like... You can heart tap on YouTube, can you? It is so crazy how I look smaller in this one and I look bigger in this one. But there's also a good foot of space between the 2 cameras. So, like if I still look so much bigger. Holy cow. Holy cow. It's fine. It's fine. We're just going to ignore it. And I'm so, like, the camera quality is not good because it's just a freaking computer. But, you know. Hi, Tracy. I appreciate all of y'all who are in there on YouTube. And like I said, I'm sorry for the wind noise. And I'm sorry about the wind wobbling the RV. Got you to play on my second phone, Luis, you angel. Angel, angel, angel beans. Angels everywhere. All right. Now I gotta figure out what to eat. Oh, now I gotta figure out what to eat. Do y'all hear that? I'm not walking. Y'all see how it's rocking the RV. Maria, it's Dr. Bronner's. Bronners. You can use any of them, but I use the peppermint. Dr. Bronner's. It's crazy. It's going to be gross here for the next couple of days. And I'm very lucky that I get to work in it at 5 a.m. every day for the next 2 days. I didn't call you Maria. I called you Marina. You didn't call me anything. I don't know who you are, my friend. If you're on your phone, you can slide the chat to the side and make the video bigger. Oh, on if you're watching YouTube on a phone. I think it depends on what you wear. It's definitely, those of you who are watching on both, I definitely look bigger on YouTube. Not that it's the end of the world, but I mean, even with this. Like, y'all, I have a waist again. Like, I know I still have this, okay? But the fact that I have a waist and it goes in and then I have hips is fucking crazy. I don't look like a fucking cereal box anymore. I probably shouldn't cuss because of YouTube. Whoops. But, like, isn't that crazy? Those of y'all who've been with me for a while, I haven't had a waist. A defined waist with hips. I don't even know how long. It's crazy. Anyway. It's just a t-shirt. We got here this morning and stopped at 1 p.m. Are you talking about the weather, Tracy? You look great. Thank you, guys. Thank you. And Caitlin, thanks so much for the tiny dinos. I appreciate it. Okay, I'm going to have to learn. Y'all are so sweet. Be patient with me as I try to learn dual streaming. This is crazy. Okay. Who did that? Caitlin, you sweetheart. Thank you for the 17 tiny dinies. Tippin, you say thank you? You say thank you? Where's your legs? Where did you put them? I don't know. Can y'all see that he's just full loafing right now? He's got his tail out, though. What you do? You're my handsomest kitty cat boy. Oh, my goodness. I love him. Ladybug, thanks so much for the heart me. Beautiful as one can be. Proud of all your progress. Thank you, Sage. Aw, so sweet. I got all the angels in my community. I don't know about all these other creators, but all the good ones are in my live streams. Okay. Oh, shit. Dude, this is going to be hard. Hold on. So I'll show you. Well, shit. You can still see it. I feel like that takes up half of my freaking screen. I don't have another way. I can't put it anywhere. I have y'all sitting on my shoe rack that's normally over in the corner behind my bed. I don't know what I'm going to actually cook. But let's start with making some more of my cottage cheese dip because I ate it all. And I also wanted to make some bone broth as well. I had a bad day and didn't get that job. Aw, I'm sorry, Carolyn, but you're right. Everything does happen for a reason. And there might be something way better for you that you wouldn't be able to take had you taken or gotten the job you applied for today. So we just roll with the punches. We keep going and we trust that there is better stuff on the way. Hi, Jean. Band just came. Sage is watching me at a concert. Sage. Oh my god. Hi, Mora. It's weird seeing the stove on the opposite side. Yeah, y'all get like, it's like a mirrored view. All right, I'm gonna make some freaking bone broth because it's a wee chilly outside. Can y'all hear the music at all? Because of YouTube, I have to use copyright-free music or non-copyrighted music. Did you tell where you were going for your new job? Yes, Jean. It's on YouTube. If you just look at my page, it's the last YouTube video that I posted. Bone broth. Well, fill it out for not for PetSmart. Hope I do get that. Yeah, for sure, for sure. All right, I'm gonna save this so I know. All right, and now I gotta wash. I gotta wash out my little blender, my wee blender. The blender. All right, let's move. Is this like making it worse? Is it better without the light? If I had my little like clip-on light, that would be way better. But it's in the car, and I'm not going outside in that. Maybe I can turn that one on, and it'll be better. I don't know. We're figuring it out together, okay? Hi, Meg. Good to see you. Such a fun Friday. Getting your iPad hooked up too. Jessica, you're a real... Where's my salt? Oh. Oh my goodness. Marianne, thanks for being on YouTube. Waiting on the cottage cheese. We're doing it. Just add a little bit of salt to the bone broth. However, I have to do is like add the blender part back onto this and then put it on the blender and let it kind of knock everything loose. Because it's dry and crusty. I'm on YouTube and TikTok. Thank you, Annie. Thank you. Y'all are so sweet to me. Gross. Gross. My water did hold up overnight. It did hold up overnight. So when I went out this morning, it was not all over the place. So that's good. So that means I fixed it. Phone said no, he used TikTok or YouTube, but not both. Well, the fact that you're at a concert and you're even trying to do both is so sweet. I really appreciate it. What the fuck? Hello? I feel like that meme of John Travolta walking around because he can't find shit. How do you make your bone broth? I just buy it and then I heat it up and I add salt. Nothing fancy. Okay, I gotta... Oh my gosh. It is so hard. I don't have a lot of room right here in my little foyer at all. So I'm gonna have to keep moving everything. I feel so good after that nap, though. Beef. No, I buy it pre-made. Like I said, I buy it pre-made and I just heat it up. But I try to do the beef one, but all they had is chicken. My one grocery store here has not been carrying it. If I, like when I go into Bend or whatever, I'll try to get the beef bone broth packets. But here all we have is, on occasion, the chicken bone broth. Maddie Travolta. Only videos I see on YouTube are from a year ago. It is definitely there, Furry Monkey. It's the last one I posted. You might need to go into my actual videos tab. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what's going on there. Okay, where is my blender? All right, we're gonna unplug my phone for a minute. Hi, Lori. Meow. I'm hoping this will make it easier to clean. Okay. Okay. Yikes. Yikes on bikes on trikes. Oh, that did help a little bit. You're slimming. I definitely am. It's killing me because I look bigger on YouTube right now. I'm trying to not, like, get upset about it. Because I know that I'm slimming down. And even though I've lost, like, 23 and a couple of ounces, I think that my body is, like, recompositioning. Y'all, the wind is crazy. I know that my body is recompositioning itself. For sure. I have a waist, and I've lost at least 2 inches off my arms based off of my measurements. Y'all, the storm is freaking crazy. I wanted to hop back on this evening, and thank you again for wishing me happy birthday. Aw, of course. Y'all know we love birthdays in here. We love birthdays. I see you rocking. Yeah, it's the wind. On a different account now, but I have chat on TV, phone, and iPad. You better get good watch time. Damn. Jessica is pulling out all the stops. I'm so grateful. Thank you. Such a welcoming, safe place. Never forget that. Well, thank you. What's the point of having a platform if you're not doing the most good with it you can? People ponding downstairs? Oh, pounding, scaring the cats. I'm sorry to hear that. Bless them. Bless them little kitties. Okay, so we're gonna make my cottage cheese dip. This is like pretty comparable to like ranch or something. It doesn't exactly taste like ranch, but awesome to put on wraps or to dip veggies in. Or I was just eating it by itself just because it's freaking good. Yeah, it's storming here, so it's very windy. It's been raining and snowing all day. The wind is crazy. I was working in it this morning, and I got hit in the face by a tumbleweed this morning before the sun even came up. So that was fun. So yeah, I haven't tried. I have not tried any TikTok trends when it comes to food at all, actually. So super simple. You take your cottage cheese and you put it in your blender. If you don't like cottage cheese, but you want to eat cottage cheese, this is the way to do it because you can disguise cottage cheese so well. Dang, I have the last little bit. Is it gonna fit? I might be overdoing it, but fuck it, we bowl. All right. All right. Gross. And then you put a little bit of salt. Not too much. Just a dash and a pinch in here. And then you put some garlic. Measure it with your heart. And then you put some dill, which is my favorite personally. So I load it up. Congratulations on the job. I'm so excited for you. I've lived there for 6 years and love it, miss it so much. Oh, well, thanks, Furry Monkey. I appreciate it. I am so excited. Beyond excited. All right, and then I'm going to add, hi Nana Gail, just a dash, maybe like a tablespoon or so of some lemon juice. That's way more than a tablespoon, but listen, like I said, judge with your heart. When I took my nap earlier, I was having a dream that I worked at a supermarket. I worked at a grocery store. And it was weird. I was like literally just working. And I was like, what a lame dream. And then you blend. You gotta shake it up and mix it up a little bit. So happy about the new job? Me too. Nana Gail, thanks for the Dalgona. Is that a, yeah, it's a bullet. Yeah. I forget, I don't even know if they watch me anymore. Way last, end of 2023, I believe. I had a follower buy it for me, which was super sweet. Hey Lid, good to see ya. So as you can see, it like, the dill isn't all the way to the top yet. So we're gonna open it up and stir it around just a little bit. This is definitely, actually, well, I thought I had chopsticks somewhere. They are somewhere. I just don't know. Let's try again. I have a video on it on YouTube. If y'all wouldn't mind going and giving it a watch, that would be super helpful. Finally, I just watched it. Congratulations. Thanks, Jean. Thank you, thank you. Okay. You can see it kind of looks like, well, you can't see it in YouTube because the camera sucks, but it kind of looks like ranch. Everywhere I look is Maddie. It's so funny. Hi, Cinderella. What's up? All right, so I have that made for the next couple of days. And let's wash out my cup for the bone broth. A girl just made fun of me and then blocked me. I'm sorry to hear that. That's rude. A lot of these creators do that shit and I hate it. I hate it. Truly I do. What did I make? No, it's my cottage cheese dip that I make. Protein. That's good. You can't even tell it's cottage cheese. I put it on stuff. Tipper is hanging halfway off the bed. Tiffin, what are you doing? Oh, what are you doing, baby? Oh, he's real cute. Y'all, he's a giant cat. That's my big old boy. That's my baby. It's my baby. All creators are so sincere like you are. Are you saying they're what do you mean, Maura? They are sincere? What do you think about a girl making fun of me and blocking me? Like I said, that's not cool. It'd be so good. I can't make myself eat. Yeah, butterfly. That's what I was saying about this. Is if you don't like cottage cheese, you can eat it this way because you can disguise it as other stuff. Hi, Lori. Thanks for tuning in. Do you ever feel like you try so hard to do right and then feel like giving up? Yeah. It's that feeling is a bit more infrequent at this point in my life, but I feel that way with TikTok. I feel like I try really hard on TikTok, and I'm really grateful for my platform and everything, but then I see people growing super fast and making a lot of money from it and being able to like do their thing, but they treat their chat like shit, and they're just terrible to their viewers, and it gets discouraging to try to do good and feel sometimes like it doesn't get you anywhere. But at this point in my life, besides TikTok, I feel like I am rewarded in some way a lot of the time for doing good. But back in the day, I felt like I was doing the best I possibly could at all times, and just nothing ever went right. Nothing ever felt like it was good enough, and it was very easy to give up because you're like, what's the point in trying so hard to be good if nothing happens, you know? And so I definitely understand that feeling. Does he have food in his bowl all the time, or he gets fed? He does get fed at certain times of the day. So he gets fed at 4:30, 4:45-ish in the morning before I go to work, and then he gets fed about 5:30, 6 o'clock in the evening. So he's already eaten. He's a massive cat. If I left food in there for him all the time, he would be even more massive. Renee, thanks for the rose. Yeah, he's a crazy cat. The only thing I don't like about the Dr. Bronner's is it gets clogged sometimes. How many ounces at a time? I don't measure in ounces. I'd say I give him about half a cup or so, which is like what's recommended based on his weight. And then, of course, y'all know he gets treats. When it comes to his wet food, I just eyeball that and just give him, because it's just essentially pure protein and then animal fat, of course, in whatever chicken or fish I give him. So I just let him have that. So we just eyeball that. How are Mr. and Miss Maddie? They're doing good. They're doing good. Mom's in here somewhere, but I didn't see Dad. I've not seen my father come in. All right, let's drink some bone broth. What are y'all talking about, Subi? How am I today? I'm doing great, Nicole. He is a big boy. I guess I'm missing y'all's conversation. I tried that chocolate bar you're eating the other day. It was so good. Is it not? And it's better for you. Like I said, I don't promote stuff to you guys that's bullshit. You know? Hope you're having a good night. I am, Anna. Thanks for being here. All right, let's measure. Where's my... I don't know where my log is. I never know where my... Oh, you owe him upside down? Oh, you upside down and you scratch my chair? Are you just being so cute? Yeah, you scratching my chair. You tearing up my stuff? Yeah. You having fun tearing up my stuff? Yeah, it's my kitty cat. Yes, my baby. Yeah, I'm tearing up my stuff. I ate my last lemon bar today. I saw that chocolate bar. $7. I do not pay $7. I mean, I pay $5 for my chocolate bar, not $7. Holy cow. You travel in your camper, is it stationary? So I do seasonal travel and work camping. So once I get a job, then I travel there and my camper stays here. And then if I want to go on like weekend trips in between work, then I sleep in my truck. So I have moved it, traveled with it. I did a 3-week Olympic Peninsula tour here soon. In the next few months, when I go to Colorado, I'm going to take the scenic route, hopefully, and be able to stop and do some things on the way instead of just driving it straight through and then dropping it at my new job. So I'm not full-time traveling all the time. It's just the way that I personally do it. And then I sleep in my truck with my like day trips and weekend trips and stuff. When does the job start? The start date is April 27th. However, I'll probably get there early. I don't know. I mean, I would get there a few days before the start date anyway to like get settled and stuff. But when it gets a little bit closer to time, the manager is going to look at the so they just added like 10 new cabins. So based off of how early the reservations start for that, she would bring me in early to start work early, even though housekeeping wouldn't be my job for the rest of the season. I could still go ahead and start working early. So I'd say probably I'll be heading out there early mid April, I guess. Eagle Canyon, Utah. If it's on the way, I would love to. We also have to keep in mind that my truck is a gas guzzler. So I gotta make sure that I don't use too much crazy gas on my trip. Because it's a 14-hour drive. But I'm gonna give myself a few days to do it. I always give myself extra time just in case something goes wrong. But we will see. I need to sit down and actually look and see what we can stop and see on the way. Bay Area, everything's expensive. Stop in Hayward. I'm not gonna be in California. I missed a job update. It's on YouTube, Gina. I made a YouTube video about it. I would super appreciate. Oh shit. Milliliters, duh. It almost fits. I'm gonna say that's probably 545. Ooh, so good. So good, so good. On the way to Colorado. I'm not going through Colorado. I'm not going through California to get to Colorado. It's my friend Ethan's birthday today. Would you wish him a happy birthday? Yeah, happy birthday, Ethan. I hope that it is an absolutely splendid birthday, and I'm so glad that however many years ago you came onto this planet, and cheers to you. What is it? It's bone broth. It's good for you. It's got minerals, it's got protein, it's got collagen. It's good for you. When towing that big, you have to learn how to big of turn you need, or you feel it. So when I turn, you do end up being able to feel how much space you need. I mean, mine's not particularly huge either. It's 19 and a half feet compared to some people's. But whenever I turn, so you normally drive when you're driving to make sure that you're centered in your lane is you drive to where your body and your line of sight is lined up with the left side of the oil slick that's in the middle of the lane, right? Well, when I turn, depending on which way I'm turning, you want your tires on whatever side to line up with the outside line, and then you take it wide. So instead of cutting, you go straight and then you turn, and you make sure that when you actually pull up to the turn, you are kind of more left or right set in the lane than if you were just driving in the middle. So like you kind of learn it, but also most of the time you can take it much more wide just based off of the lines. Excuse me. I made some the other day. I put a rotisserie chicken in the crock pot for 16 hours. Oh, nice. Oh my gosh. I'm burping. I'm sorry. Good luck on my next chapter. Thank you so much, Lori. Hi, Amanda. Looks a few disaster relief seasonal gigs. They start closer to summer. Am I moving Tipper away from you? Yeah, we're going east. Like I said in my video, I definitely thought that Colorado would be happening later in my travels. But also part of being a cottywampler is you don't have a plan and you just go. So we're just going. Backing up. I still haven't mastered backing up. I'll be the first one to tell y'all I'm not the best at backing up. Like I get better at it every time I do it. But am I awesome at it? No. Do I still hope to have somebody there who can be my eyes behind the trailer so I make sure? I do have a backup camera. First of all, I do have a backup camera that hooks via Bluetooth to a screen on the inside of the truck. I do have that. However, I do enjoy having somebody there to help me just to make sure. Oh my goodness. Buying a trailer or fifth wheel and trading my car for a truck would be so much cheaper than a van build. Yeah, depending on how, I mean, vans are expensive, like the nicer, especially the Sprinters and stuff, those are really expensive. You can get cheaper vans and build it for cheap-ish. But yeah, it is also a lot of work. After live, you gotta let us know how many minutes you get to tonight with all my devices. Yeah, so it'll tell me how many people I had watching, how many likes I had, how many, it doesn't say automatically how many hours I get, and then I'm guessing it like batches and reflects at midnight. So it would probably be tomorrow morning before I can tell you guys how many watch hours I got from the YouTube stream. Because I can see like how long people were in here and what the average watch time was, but I can't see the total amount of watch time just yet. Have you worked in RV parks where they don't have cabins? No. Every RV park that I've worked at has had cabins and campgrounds. I've never worked at just an RV park. I've not done that. All right. I need to do a few dishes or else I can't cook. I don't know what I'm going to cook. I don't know if my chicken is still good. It's in the fridge. I don't know how long it's been open. Okay, let's try to. Hi, Pancake. Good to see ya. Hey, Tippy Cat. You in the chair? A tipping cat in the chair? Oh, he's cute. Yeah. He's very cute and baby and sweet and angel and boy. Oh no, don't go, don't go. Why do you not just hang out with me? You just hang. Oh shit, oh shit. Just stop. Just you don't need to go anywhere. Just hang out. Just say hi to friends. You don't want to say hi to friends? He's a cutie cat. He looks angry. Where are you going? Y'all ever seen a rotisserie chicken? A rotisserie chicken? Rotisserie chicken. That's that boy. All right. Let's do some dishes. If any random person comes across my live stream, like, wow, she's streaming doing dishes. Yes, I am. Cheers, YouTube. People on TikTok already know I do this. Hi, Maria. Hi, Tim. All right. I have so much better. I have much better water pressure now that I have a different, newer pressure regulator. It's nice. What are y'all up to? Don't you need 50 subscribers to go live? I don't know. Because I've had a couple hundred already before I even tried to go live. So I'm not sure what the requirement for that is on YouTube. Because I was originally going to be a YouTuber, and then I accidentally got attention on TikTok and just didn't do anything with YouTube for a good while. But now I'm back. I'm back. They watch you stream paint dry. This is a loyal friend group. Y'all really are the bomb diggity. Like, y'all are the sweetest. Dog sitting in another county from where you live. What kind of dog is it, Butterfly? I'm thinking about traveling for life. Hell yeah. It's a lot of work. It's not all fun and games, but it's a great time. Feels like I'm traveling too, in a way, as a friend does, right? Cocker Spaniels. Oh, cute. I love Cocker Spaniels. What's the size comparison for the new gig versus other campgrounds you've worked? You mean in terms of how many sites and spaces? Is that what you mean, Amy? I don't know how many RV spots and dry camping spaces there are at this new place. I know that there are 10 cabins, which here we have like 30 places you can stay on top of 25-ish RV spots. And then we have just a big field that people can camp in. We have 10 actual camping spots and just a field here. We had maybe 45 spots at my place that I worked in, Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. And then my very first RV job was in Georgia at a Jellystone, and we had probably 50 or 60 spots there, and 2 RVs and 4 cabins and like only 3 tent camping sites. So I'd say it's pretty comparable. It's pretty comparable. Do you use a lot of water? Not normally, no. My showers are under 4 minutes, and then I just wash my dishes. Other than that, that's all the water I use. You're my favorite trans content creator. Fun. I'm not trans, but at least I'm your favorite one, huh? Nothing wrong with being trans, if you meant that as an insult. I'm living in my car and it's so cold. I can't afford a motorhome. You don't have to have a motorhome. I mean, there's other... I know it's not cheap, but I mean, there's other vans and stuff that are built to be warmer, you know, teardrop campers, things like that. There's other options, but I totally understand that money is tight. But you don't necessarily have to have a motorhome. I was joking, girl, you're too nice. See, I never know. I get trolled quite frequently, and I don't get my feelings hurt. I just make fun with them. So, you know, if people think they're going to hurt my feelings, they got another thing coming. Hello, other Maddie. That's because you're the best. Amanda, you're so sweet. Disabilities, I can't afford anything, just a car payment. Understandable. Well, I hope that you are able to stay warm. As warm as you possibly can. Oh, it's for dinner? I haven't eaten yet. I don't know what I'm going to eat. I took a nap, and then I've just been live streaming, and I made some of my cottage cheese dip, and now I'm just doing dishes. Watch your YouTube. Congratulations. Thank you so much, Tracy. Oh, Audrey. Audrey's on the YouTube stream. For those of y'all who don't know, I'm dual streaming right now to try to get my watch time up. So I have 2 cameras going, which is very weird. It's been down to 0. Oh, dang. I love living in Idaho, but I was not there in the winter. No, it's not good for you, but I'm eating Velveeta, Chelsea, and cheese. Hey, look. We don't have to be perfect with our eating all the time. Like I said, I just ate my last lemon bar today. What else am I streaming on YouTube? I'm trying to get watch time so I can get monetized on YouTube. I still have a very long way to go. But every little bit counts. Every little bit counts. Wanted to come in here on YouTube to help you get your hours. Thank you so much, Audrey. You're so sweet. So yeah, all of my friends who want to help me out with my YouTube venture, I'm going to start dual streaming on YouTube, and then I'm going to post my live streams. So when you guys go to sleep or you're at work for the day, if you just throw on one of my old live streams and just let it play, mute it and just let it play, it'll give me watch time. And that's a super amazing, helpful thing you can do to help me out. So I'm going to have a playlist just for all my old stuff. I need to dual stream, but I only have one dang. But dude, I'm doing it on my computer, and the camera quality is shitty. I have it on my shoe organizer, and it's hard looking at both. I'm not gonna lie. And no, the mushroom tattoo is not new. I haven't gotten any new tattoos recently. I've had this one for like 5 years now, 4 years now. Smart idea. Just stream the live recording. Yeah, just play it. I'll post it. I made a live stream playlist, and then I'll put all the things on there, and if people just want to throw it on their TV when they're not doing anything and get me some watch time, that'd be amazing. I lost my mind. You're teaching me on YouTube. What does that mean, pea soup? What do you mean you lost your mind? Miss Alicia, hi. Are you okay, my friends? You're from TikTok to help your watch time. Thank you so much, Amber. Thank you. I appreciate you guys forever and ever and ever. That's easy enough for us to do. Yeah, you just throw on a video and turn the volume off and just let it play in the background or while you're asleep or while you're at work. Watching on YouTube now to help out. Thanks, Christine. Thank you. I appreciate you guys so very much from the bottom of my heart. Y'all are the best. Are we getting snow? We are. However, here where I actually live, because it's a hot spring, the ground is warm and the snow doesn't really stay. But yeah, it was snowing today while I was at work. How many hours do you need? 4,000. 4,000 hours of watch time, and I am just under 200. So we have quite a while to go. So that's why every little bit super, super helps. But then once we get there, YouTube will put ads on my videos, and then I'll get money from AdSense. And yeah, that's how I'll make money. Good Lord, that's a lot. Yeah, it is a lot. So I know there's only so much to watch right now, but I do have other content coming. So there will be more videos and more chances for people to watch different stuff and yada yada. After tonight, it should be a lot higher. Hopefully so. I think it was like 182, which I did get a lot of watch time off of my announcement video. So thank you guys for that. Oh my gosh, am I going to have almost all my dishes done? We can get it done, no worries. Yeah. All good things take time. I have like 12 hours, maybe even less. Oh my gosh, it's so daunting. Like, but I get why YouTube makes it hard to get monetized, but and it's so crazy because with TikTok, you just need like one good viral video and get 10,000 people. But I don't make hardly any money at all since TikTok Shop became a thing. I don't make but a few cents off of my actual content. My few TikTok Shop videos and y'all's gifts and subscriptions is all I make. So I've been getting maybe like $30 here recently. I think my last one was like $32 or something, my last video. Look at that. Hi, Tammy. You have two of my YouTube accounts watching. How many people do you need to go live now? I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know. It used to be 1,000 on TikTok, but I don't know because I've been able to go live for so long. I'm not sure of any updates or if they lowered it or anything. Can you explain how TikTok Shop messed things up? Sure. Hey, Cooks, good to see you. So, back before TikTok Shop was a thing, which is right before when I blew up. I don't like using that term. So before TikTok Shop, it was very easy for your videos to get attention and for your live streams to get attention. The very first live stream I had consistently 600 people in here watching me. And for months and months and months, I had between 4 and sometimes 800 people watching me. In the same time it took, so for those of y'all who know, I am at just right at 36,000 followers. It took me almost a year, because I mean, I hit that in maybe late April, maybe. I hit 30,000. And I started in like October of 2023. So it took me the same amount of time to get 6,000 followers as back in the day before TikTok Shop. It took me to get 30,000. As y'all can see, I don't have 600 to 800 people in here a night. I was making a few $100 a night sometimes from my live streams. And that was before TikTok Shop. So once TikTok Shop became a thing, because TikTok makes money on all of that, y'all will notice, those of y'all who've been on here for a while, the ads for TikTok Shop, the off-platform ads, the creators making ads, like all of that got really, really big. And that is what the algorithm started pushing, because TikTok Shop is lucrative for TikTok itself. It brought in probably billions of dollars. So instead of promoting live streamers that brought in gifts, especially with battling back in the day. I've never been a battler, but instead of promoting up and coming streamers and content creators and giving them attention so that they would bring in more gifts, and TikTok takes 55% of y'all's gifts, by the way. Well, TikTok Shop was more lucrative. So instead of promoting regular people live streaming and making content, they started promoting TikTok Shop ads, TikTok Shop videos, other ads off platform, and all of that stuff. So it's so much harder to grow because it is just flooded with so many ads, because that is more lucrative. Also, you guys know that if you're a big battler or if you bring in a lot of money, you can get away with so much more on TikTok. People like me, who I don't bring in a lot of money, y'all know I got in trouble. I got restricted the other day for something that was not even close to anything I was talking about. But there are bigger creators who will say and do really shitty things online, and people will go and report them, and then TikTok will come back no violation, because it wants to protect the people who are bringing in money. So it's just, TikTok Shop fucked everything up. So yeah, I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. Definitely witnessed that for sure, about the bigger creators getting away with just about everything. Yep. I suspect this person is why I have 4 violations on one video. Audrey, no, I saw things going off in your Discord. I was getting the banner on my phone, but I didn't see that. Holy cow. We'll have to talk about it later. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. I'm gonna mute you guys. We are back. There are a lot of jerks on TikTok that are jealous. Yeah. Everything come out all right? It sure did. Thanks for asking about my bowel movements. That's very kind of you. Have I ever had any drama on TikTok? 1000% yes. And I did not want to be a part of it. I talked about another creator, not by name, about something that they said that was very, very irresponsible. And it is something that I care very much about. So I spoke on it. And then I had people from my stream go to her stream and talk shit. And then those people were coming over here and talking shit. And it turned into this whole big thing. I did reach out to the creator to try to clear it up. And she completely ignored me. And she went off for months crying and acting like I was harassing her and was this horrible victim and like all this stuff that I did to her. And it's silly. Then the Nomad Talk harasser was a thing most of last year. It was chronic. Those of you guys who have been there, it was absolutely chronic. You know, you would block an account, they'd make another account and come in. They were saying horrible, terrible things. Talking about essaying me, offing Tipper, stalking, threats, doxing, just it was constant. However, I called somebody out who is in Nomad Talk, who I believe that this harasser was, and I'm talking this went on for the majority of the year. It started in February for me, and it went until late September, I believe. And once I called this person out, and I also went and got a cybersecurity lawyer, all of a sudden I'm not getting harassed anymore. So, very interesting. Some other people still get harassed. I mean, I'm not talking just basic everyday trolls. That's fine. But this person had a very specific way that they did it. And because I blocked probably 1,000 accounts of theirs, I could tell what things were. So it was a lot. There are no, I don't follow or support. I have them all blocked, all of the bigger nomad creators for multiple reasons. Lots of drama. I got sucked into a lot of it. Like I said, did me calling out another creator, not my name again, start some stuff? Yes, but there was so much more that I got sucked into based off of people on this platform that I thought were my friends. And there was a lot of instigation and a lot of blowing things up out of proportion and perpetuation. I ended that friendship, and I have just tried to stay on my side of TikTok and not continue with that, because it was a lot. It was a lot. I almost quit TikTok multiple times because it just wasn't fun anymore to be harassed all the time. I mean, I had these other live streamers. Their following would come in here and tell me to off myself as a now sober alcoholic, telling me to go drink myself to death, saying they hope I got fired, they hope I lose my house, they hope I lose everything, that I'm not a real victim of abuse, that I'm a mean girl, that I'm a bully, that I'm this, that, and the other. And they're just believing complete lies that somebody else said because she didn't like that I called her out on her bad behavior. And so it got really hard for me to even be on the platform. And the only reason I'm still here is because my followers are so great and my community is so amazing. And all of that being said, though, TikTok is not as fun as it was when I first started. And so with everything going on and yada yada, that's why I'm trying to now split my time between TikTok and YouTube. because everything is so, who knows what the heck is going to happen with TikTok, and it can be so daunting. I don't really grow on TikTok. I'm really just here to hang out with you guys. I'm not in it for the money anymore, because like, not that I ever was, but it was nice to have a couple $100 a week coming in back when the algorithm was good. I mean, I had some videos that got attention, and I made a couple $100 on videos from TikTok itself. You know, I'm not talking about just gifts from you guys. But it was really helpful to have that. And now, you know, I make a couple bucks. I'm not growing. I'm literally just here for you guys. I'm just here for you guys because I love you so much, and y'all have been so very good to me. But also, I do want to try to make money from social media so that I can travel more, show you guys more, do more with my life. And I also do, for those of y'all who don't know me, I do have an actual job that I work. But this is just a hobby that turned into kind of a way to have an extra form of income. And I mean, if you can make money making content and traveling, like, wouldn't you go for that too, you know? So, yeah, I'm trying. And I really am only still on TikTok because of you guys. Is there drama on YouTube? Sometimes, but way less than TikTok. Way less than TikTok. I enjoy hanging out with you. You're fun, strong, and adventurous. Oh, Material Mom, thank you. There's all kind of stuff going on in my chat on YouTube. I'm so sorry. Can you invert the camera over here? I don't know. I don't think I can. Yeah, I don't think I can invert it. I don't see an option to invert. Let's be ganging up on other travelers. Oh yeah, they do. Absolutely, they gang up on other travelers. 1000%. Mm-hmm. It's just not fun to work this hard and get reported left and right and center. Absolutely. Maybe YouTube is less likely to allow people to get swatted. Yes. So the thing about YouTube is that YouTube has been around for a really long time. For most of my life, I remember when YouTube became like a thing, and there was like the badger, mushroom. Y'all know what I'm talking about. One of the OG freaking viral videos, right? It's been around for so long that they have a lot of their kinks worked out. And it is such a big platform. Whereas, yes, TikTok has been around for a while, but they have so much going on, and they rely mostly on AI for their modding. And TikTok's AI sucks. It really does. And it's the thing about TikTok is they don't give a fuck about you. Unless you are making them a ton of money, they do not care. You will get violations left and right, and you can appeal them all they want to, and they're not going to listen to you. You can send in support tickets. They're not going to listen to you. So there's a lot about TikTok that really pisses me the fuck off. It's ridiculous. So again, that's why I'm trying to split my time between TikTok and YouTube, because it has just gotten... It's a lot, but it is safer to be on YouTube. It's harder to grow on YouTube, I would say, even though it's not easy to grow on TikTok anymore either. It used to be. It's you're more protected on YouTube. Love your vibe. Well, I'd love to have you in here, Lid. I enjoyed hanging out with you all this time. You're so chill. I love you. Do you have to pay on YouTube to watch you? No, YouTube is free. You don't even have to have an account to watch. I've only been live for an hour and 15 minutes. That's crazy. I feel like I've been live for so long. But yeah, that's my feelings on TikTok, social media, live streaming, all the stuff. And I'm just being honest with you guys, because y'all know I'll always be honest with you when it comes to things that I can be honest on. Some things are just personal, but it gets really daunting. It gets really heavy sometimes, which is silly, because you're like, oh, it's just social media, it's just an app. But I mean, I've put in thousands of hours into it, and to just like have nothing to not grow, to not feel like you're any closer to any sort of anything. In the last probably year or so, at least probably the last 8-9 months, it's been frustrating. However, I'm here because of you guys. I'm still here because of you guys. I love y'all very much. You're working hard between 2 apps. No wonder why you feel like it's been longer than it is. Yeah, it's crazy. There's a feature on YouTube Lives where you can set it so that you have to be subbed for 20 minutes before you can comment. That has helped. That helps stop bots. Good to know. That's what I'm feeling. I dedicate so much time to learning equipment and growing, and you're throttled. Yeah. Luckily I've not been crazy reported on my content like you, Audrey, but my live streams have gotten a lot of shit, and that really, really, really pisses me off that they're doing that to you. It really does. How was my day? It was pretty good. It was really cold and windy and rainy and snowy, but it was fine. And then I came home and I took a nap, and now I'm hanging out with you guys. Love you too. Love you, Jess. Love you, Lid. It's a hell of a thing to be a content creator, let me tell you. Let me tell you. Because, like, not only do you put a lot of effort into both of them, but also, like, you literally are putting your life out there for people to see all the time. Like, I live stream with you guys pretty frequently. There are some people that all they do is sit on live stream, and I don't get that at all. Like, go live your fucking life, for God's sake. Get your face out of the screen and, like, go do something. But even just, like, it's just a lot. It's a lot. You're opening yourself up to a ton of criticism. You're opening yourself up to be disliked. Hold on. Caveat. If y'all have not read or listened to the book called The Let Them Theory, you should. I am listening to it right now while I clean at work. And today she talked about, the section I got to talked about when we are afraid to do things because we're afraid of what people are going to think of us. Okay. And you guys have expressed that to me a lot. How do you solo travel? How do you go off and do stuff by yourself? Don't you feel like you're being judged? How do you live stream in public? Don't you feel like people are being, judgmental of you? Okay. Like I've told you guys this for a really long time. People might have a judgment about you right then and there, and they're never going to think about you again. Think of all of the hundreds of people you see out, NPCs, if you will, people that are just extra characters in your life. You never think about them again. Think about that. Well, you are that just random extra person in everybody else's life. Okay. So if somebody just has a passing thought about you, so what? You're probably never going to see them again. Why does it matter? So she got to this part in this book today where she says, the Let Them Theory. Yeah. Her name's Mel. I don't know her last name, but her first name is Mel. So she got to the point today where, so on average, the average human has 70,000 thoughts a day. Think about all the thoughts you have a day. Think about all the ones that you intentionally have. Think about all of the thoughts that you don't intentionally have, and they just pop into your head. Everybody else, that's how their brain works too. And so if you are so caught up in not doing things that you want to do because you're afraid that other people are going to think negatively of you or they're going to judge you or whatever, that's just a fact of life. People are always going to have something to think about you. People are going to have split-second judgments. People are going to take one teeny tiny little piece of what they see, and they're going to think their thing, but then they're going to move on because they have 70,000 other thoughts to go through. Everybody is all caught up in their own lives for the most part. Did you say the book was called? It's called the Let Them Theory. Lettem. Let Them. The Let Them Theory. So are people going to agree with your every decision? No. Let them be mad. Are people going to judge you for living your life? Yeah. Let them be mad. Are people not going to do what you want them to do and it's going to piss you off? Yeah. Let them do what they do. Like, there's so much that we cannot control about what other people do, say, think, interact, all that stuff. And when you come to terms with the fact that that just is what it is, because you're also a person that is going to do and say and think whatever you want to, it becomes so much easier to let go of being afraid of what other people are thinking of you, what other people might react to. You know, if you really want somebody to do something and they're like, no, I don't want to do it. Okay, let them. You know, if somebody wants to be a B word to you at work and you've done everything you can to try to mitigate things and they just want to be a B word, let them. That's their prerogative. It has nothing to do with you. It has nothing to do with you, everything to do with them. And really, at the end of the day, the only thing we can control is what we do. So, you know, I put myself out here online. People scroll past me all the time. They might think, oh, she's racist for having her hair that way. Oh, she's probably uneducated because she's a traveler and she did it, not knowing that I'm highly educated and I'm very intelligent and all the things I've done. People might come in and they don't like that I'm not friends with their favorite creator. Okay, be mad. It's not about any of that. So I put my life out here for people to see, and I can't be upset if they don't like me, because not everybody's going to like me, and I just let them be mad. Those people are not my people. You know who are my people? You guys. And on the flip side, I have to let you guys love me and support me, even though sometimes I feel like I don't deserve it. You guys still consistently show up. You still consistently are my friends and are supportive and caring, and we laugh and we have fun and we share energy and all this stuff. And even when I feel like I'm not at my best, or I feel like, why do I deserve this? Or all these things, you guys still show up, and I just let you show up. I let you show up because that's what you want to do, and I'm happy that you do. But just because I feel like sometimes I don't deserve to be supported doesn't mean anything. That's just a thought, and you guys do what you want to do, which is you keep showing up, and I'm really, really grateful for that. That's what I need to work on when I'm going through stuff. I withdraw. I don't lean on my community. Yeah, definitely. That's been a huge part of this, is lean on the community for sure. Thanks for sharing. I constantly struggle with what other people think of me and my actions. Definitely read that book. Like, it's on Audible. She is a great, so it's the author reading it, and it literally, she reads it like it's a conversation, like it's a podcast, and it's awesome. There was a lot of things that she talks about in there that I've already adopted into my life, but literally hearing it put together so concisely, is awesome. It also talks about how to not be so freaking stressed out all the time about other people's actions, and letting go of control, of wanting to control other people and what they do and say and think and interact with you and all that stuff. It's on Audible. It's a book, but the author of the book reads it so well. It's very entertaining, and it sounds more like a conversation, like a podcast. But technically it's a book, but it's on Audible. Just finished The Power of Now. Yes, The Power of Now is such a good one. I love The Power of Now. It's been a long time. Holy cow. I read that in 2017. I probably should revisit that one soon. Mel Robbins. Yeah, it's called The Let Them Theory. Let them. Let them. They want to be pissed at you, let them. They want to judge you, let them. They want to think incorrect thoughts about you, let them. So what? Literally, so the fuck what? Who cares? Let them theory. You have it on Kindle? Nice. You read The Power of Now in 1989. I wasn't even a thought. Just had that delivered today. What did you have delivered today, Sam? The Let Them Theory? I did work today, yes. Let them talk, let them be mad. Let them talk, let them be mad. Her motivation, her 5-second rule is good. I don't know if I know what that is. Hi, Susan. But yeah, so if you're looking for something, it's a super easy listen while you're just doing stuff that is actually going to kind of help you reframe your mind of being so caught up about what other people think and being so scared of judgments. That book is great so far. I don't know how much longer I have left on it, but It's been great. Because I already barely give a fuck about what people think of me online. But sometimes, you know, what it is for me personally, if somebody wants to hop in here and have a judgment about me, that's one thing. But if somebody is believing lies from somebody else and just taking that as gospel and not know anything about me or come watch me or talk to me or anything like that, and they're just going to automatically believe something, that's more so what bothers me. Because that's not just, oh, they have a valid reason for not liking me, or, you know, I said something they don't agree with, so they don't like me, or they just don't vibe with me. They gave it a shot, they just don't vibe with me. All that's fine. But if people are going to like believe untrue things about me just for the fuck of it, that's what pisses me off. But again, so what? So what? They're just a person out there in the world on the internet. Who cares? I have hundreds, if not thousands, of you guys who do know who I am, and you know my character, and you know my heart, and you love me. And you guys are the ones that matters. Those other people don't matter. So let them be wrong about me. Who cares? I really don't want to cook, to be honest with you. To be 100% honest, I really don't. I don't even... Oh, Lordy. Okay. I'm gonna have to scoot you guys so that I can get to the fridge. Here, look, you guys want to look at each other? This is what I stream on. Look at you guys. You're staring at each other. Cute. All right. I needed to. All right. So I'm just going to eat whatever. I don't feel like cooking. I don't. I have some veggies that need to go away. I hope y'all enjoyed coming to my TED Talk about not giving what people think about you, because it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. It doesn't really matter. Oh, no. It doesn't really matter. Who gives a shit about strangers and what they think? Not I, not me, it's not me. What am I gonna have for dinner? That's what I'm having for dinner. My memory is shot. It's well known and very good. Oh, what? The Power of Now? Illusions? Oh, I've not heard of that one. I've not heard it. You over here eating healthy, I'm shoveling my face with potato wedges. Dude, potato wedges sound fucking awesome. I would love potato wedge. First of all, T-Bean, what are you doing? Oh my goodness, he's so cute. Y'all see that boy? Look at how his little tail is sitting.
What are you doing, super cute kitty? What are you doing, super cute kitty? Oh my goodness. You're my best friend in the whole wide world. You're my bestest friend in the whole wide world, and you know I love you? It's my baby. Yeah, with your cute little tail. With your cute little tail. He's mama's boy. He's her mommy's boy.
Oh my God, I love him. I love him so much. Be here now. Ram dusting the magic in your mind. You get palpitations with your heart condition. Sometimes, yeah. Hi, Susan. Thank you. Yeah, I definitely do get palpitations sometimes. They're not fun. I hate it. Where did I put mine? Oh. So I used to eat this as a snack all the time back in the day. So we're gonna revisit it. How do you keep the camper from smelling like cat litter? I'm sure it smells like a bit of cat all the time because he lives here and it's a small space. But you just keep it clean. I use a stainless steel litter box because the plastic ones hold on to bacteria and smell, whereas stainless steel doesn't. So that's just like the best I can do is keep it clean. Every day I open the door, unless it's like really, really freaking cold. I normally air out the RV, once a day, because I prefer it colder, and sometimes it just gets too warm in here for my tastes. But hi, Chels, good to see you. A plane crash? No way! Another one? Another plane crash? World's best cat litter. And I'm gonna try. No, another one? Oh my God. That breaks my freaking heart. Like, I was already really upset I actually found out about it from social media because, like, I don't really watch the news and stuff, and it took me a while for that to come across my stuff. But like my older sister is a flight attendant out of Denver, and I saw her share a bunch of things, and like from the perspective of flight crew, like that's so sad. The figure skating team, like, oh my gosh, what is happening? Like, that's not that's the thing, is you rarely hear about plane crashes, and then all of a sudden there's like 2 of them. I don't know about that. There's medical transport, 9-year-old. Oh no. Heard about the small plane that crashed a house, a couple of buildings. That's so upsetting. Oh my God. Went to predicted the day before in a vision. By who? Who had a vision? A small plane crashed down the street from my sister. Multiple houses on fire. People killed on the ground. That's awful. Yeah, I saw that FFA or FAA and TSA just got cuts. Shooting down our own. Like that. I'm a healthy amount of conspiracy theorist, but things like this happen. It's devastating. And I'm like, what are they trying to distract us from? Like the whole TikTok thing, I 1000% believe that was a play. That was 100% distraction and a play to manipulate and control. I don't think it went their way, whoever decided to come up with this plan, but like there's so much going on that I'm like, But I don't trust our government, so that's just me. I don't trust anybody in our government. That is so sad. So sad. I've flown more times than ever in the past 1.5 years. Thank God I just moved closer to home. Yeah, for sure. Where's my log? I always lose my log.
Tibian, where did you put it?
Oh, it's right here. Duh, it's right in front of my face. An older sister's a flight attendant. I put it in quotation, air quotes, older sister. So my mom and her mom are best friends, and they're both doulas, and so they assist women in childbirth. And Valerie helped my mom have me and my sister. Her name's Amelia. She's, I think, maybe 3 years older than me, but she was there at the hospital like the day I was born. And then her younger brother Hayden is like almost 2 months to the day older than me. And we were just all kind of raised together. So while I have my biological sister Kinsey, they're like siblings to me essentially. I'm wondering if it has something to do with deportation. Potentially. This country is a hell of a place, I tell you. A hell of a place, I tell you. And my heart goes out to a lot of different people affected by politics and shit. It's really sad seeing how many of my friends are scared and feel not heard and invalidated, and just like my freaking humanity is just like shot in the heart, dude. There's so much going on. All right, so I just have some limes with salt. Ta-da. And now, time for the cucumber. The cucumber. Why is this doing this? Veil has been lifted in the people. The corruption. It's freaking everywhere. That's why I don't trust the government. No matter how many times any politician says they're for you, I don't know about that. It's too nuanced. It's too nuanced, and money is too powerful. Fame is too powerful. Cucumber.
Tippin, you're going to have to give me that back, baby. You're going to have to move out of the kitty chair.
Kakumbawata. Kakumbawata. Hello, hello, vibe. I tried to say hello and hey at the same time. Hello, halo. I can see your halo. Halo. I can see your halo. Halo. Oh my gosh. My locks are crazy because I had them up in a bun all day. And, well, they don't look that bad. I had them up in a bun all day and they got wet and then they dried.
Well, crazy tipping. You're going to have to move, Angel. Yeah, my sweetest baby boy.
All right, let's see. All right, let's work together to see how the actual heck I can sit down. Because, of course, I can sit with this, but I don't know how to sit with this. Because I feel like it's going to be so short. I wish I had something to, like, set it up on, but I don't really. Maybe if I move Shiva's light. I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna work. Let's see.
No, Tippin, you stay.
So right now y'all can have Tipper Cam. Tipper Cam is on YouTube. While I make some water. Water is life.
It's a tipping cam. It's a tipping cam. He's a baby. He's a tipping cam.
I'm surprised the cat chose the chair for the bed. He splits his time. He likes both of them for different reasons.
Tipping cam. He's so cute.
Hold on, I gotta shake it more. There we go. Sending love and positive energy. I'm sending it right back to you, my friend. Kakumba. It's stuck in my head now.
Tippin, you have your own live stream. How do you feel about that? You feel like a very famous kitty cat? Yeah, he's a famous boy. He's very well known around the country. You have your own stream. What are you talking about on your live stream, Tippin? What are you talking about on your live stream, baby?
Okay. Okay. Bear with me.
Bear with me. It's Tippin. Cute boy. You have your own live stream. Look at that. Oh my goodness. He's a very famous boy.
Tippin podcast. He says send more churros. Sarah did send us churros. They're going to be here on the 7th.
Yeah.
We got chewers on the way. Alright, I'm gonna turn on the heat because it's a little chilly in here.
Okay, baby, you have to move. You have to move. I scoop him up. Oh, I scoop him up. I put him on the bed.
I reckon I need a spoon, huh? Oh, sorry about the sound of the heater, but it's cold in here. Do you deep woods camp? Not normally. I have plenty in the past, but not recently. Okay. Well, we have two very different views going on. Do you socialize regularly? If you're asking if I socialize regularly, no, I do not. The last two places, this job and the year at Mount Rainier, was very hard. Wow, was very far from town and from anybody. So I do not regularly socialize. I have one coworker here that I hang out with like once a week. We have like a little like girl time in the hot spring and like catch up about things and talk about life and whatever. But as far as do I have friends? No, I do not. You guys are my friends. You guys are really the only socialization that I get. But that is just part of it. Oh, it's right here. I was like, what the heck? Am I gonna get in trouble for showing a brand? I'm gonna get in trouble. All right. How are we? Do you think the new job will be more people around? 1,000%. 1,000%. Absolutely. Oh, is Sage leaving? About to rest for tomorrow. Oh, good night, my friend. Love you so much. He's so chill and you take very good of him. I do. He's my baby boy. I can't click on a person's name and have the @ symbol come up, send them a DM on here. Oh, I don't know. I've never like watched YouTube live streams, so I don't know how it works on you guys' end. Do I work? I do work, yes. I sure do. Oh, the most important part of my meal. Oh, okay. How am I liking the double streaming? It's hard because I'm trying to look at both, but I'm like so used to just looking there. And it kind of makes me sad how poor quality the camera is. Like, it's a newer-ish MacBook Pro. Like, I would think that the camera quality would be better. But yeah. I'm trying to learn. I definitely don't have the setup to be able to. If I had two phones or something, that would be one thing. But having a phone and a camera, or a phone and a computer, and not having a good place to set the computer is interesting. It's hard to believe you seem like you'd be comfortable talking with anyone. So, Amanda, I have a very, very strong background in public speaking. However, I struggle very much socially. I'm not very good about picking up social cues. I have struggled horrendously with social anxiety. And that's why I got into performance and acting in the first place, was to try to build my confidence and speaking with people and in front of people. So I can public speak all day long. But if you put me around some people and you say, hey, go make friends, that's horrifying. So yeah, public speaking is way, way, way easier for me. And I can talk with anybody as long as they give me some grace and understanding that it's going to take me a minute and that I might say something stupid, but I don't mean it. I just really struggle socially. Good to see you. How are you? Been working nonstop. Finally took a day off. That's awesome. Hi, Ronnie. Still healing from my ankle. This past year has been hard. I'm sorry, Jess. Is it? Hey, no. Do not eat the flowers. I'm excited to see how many more minutes you get after this live. Me too. You'll get better. Hope it may benefit you. Yes. Ditto to all of that. The acting lessons, social cues, anxiety. Yeah, you feel me. You feel me. It's a struggle. I might seem like super confident and like I can just, talk. But like I said, put me in front of thousands of people. Sure. I might have a little bit of a jitters, but like for the most part, fine. You put me, around 3 to 10 people and expect me to converse in a small group type setting. What a pretty smile you have. Thank you, Carrie. I appreciate it. I grew it myself. Ta-da! Well, I guess technically my mom grew it for me. I'm liking the setup. I can watch your live while scrolling on my phone. Good. I'm glad some of you guys are enjoying the dual stream in whatever way. I'm the opposite. Right. Most people are opposite. Did you know that one of the top... Hey, stop that. No. No. Not for you. Sorry, Tipper decided to eat my flowers. And you should not just let your cats eat flowers. You never know. That's the hardest to small groups. Every now and then there's a group of similar people I click with. Right. Still healing your... Oh my... Still? Oh, you need surgery on them? That sucks, Diane. But you feel so much relief that you have your next job figured out for sure. So yeah, public speaking is one of the top phobias and fears. So, people have like snakes, sharks, dying, heights, yada, yada. Public speaking is one of the most feared things when they do surveys about it. So most people are pretty good socially, but if you try to get them to make a speech or give a presentation, they're terrified. I'll do that all day long. I don't mind it at all. So I'm very much the opposite of the standard when it comes to that. Hi, Mariana. They have to put pins in them. Oh, Diane, I'm sorry. When is that surgery? My dog thought you were telling him no. Oh my gosh. Please pet and kiss and love your dog and tell him I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, baby. I didn't mean it. You're so pretty, Amanda. That's so kind of you. Thank you. Thank you. Hopefully soon. I'll find out next week. Good, I'm glad. All right, so this is the dye-free, sugar-free chamoy that Subi bought me, that she sent me as a 6-month sobriety present. I'm almost out of it, but I'm really sad. I can chat on here till the cows come home. I don't think I could ever do a live. It was interesting doing a live for the first time because it's not, I don't know. I was really shocked that, like, when I say my first live ever, I had 600 people in here. I'm not kidding. I used to consistently have 600 to 800 people all the time. And like, I didn't expect that to happen. And you definitely, even as good at public speaking as I am, you definitely have to like learn how to flow and how to vibe when it's just you reading comments and responding. Especially back then, the chat used to move so fast. It's crazy how fast it used to move. I always want to perform music, but I always hated being on stage. Understandable. Like I said, it's a very normal phobia. Just tip needing more churros. He has some being delivered on the 7th, but churros are always welcome. Because the more churros we have, the longer we can do churro time with Tipper every single day. Proud of you, all you're accomplishing. Thank you, Heather. I watch your YouTube videos and you've come a long way, truly. If y'all have not watched my very first YouTube video of my personality before RV life, go watch it, because the way I present myself and the way I carried myself then and the way I carried myself now is a world of difference. It's so different. Like, you can see the confidence, you can see like how far I've come in like in how much I believe in myself and how happy I am in life. Like, it's wow. I went back and watched all of my old videos the other day, and like, it's still me, right? But it's a more soft, like subdued, not as like strong and present version of me. You know what I mean? I'm going to try Toastmasters for the heck of it. I have no, what's a Toastmaster? I don't know what that is. Hi, Firet. How are you? All right, so now for one of my favorites, it's a lime with salt. An anti-speaking club where people practice public speaking. Oh, so it helps you to learn public speaking? Is that what you're saying? The face you made. It's one of my favorites. Y'all know I love salty and sour. Where's the tequila? The tequila's at the store. Your girl is sober. It's one of my favorite because I love salty and sour so freaking much. I've been living in the RV. May will be 2 years. So I'm at 20 months this month. Pull a topic out of a hat and talk for exactly 5 minutes, for example. Oh, that's awesome. Go try it out for sure. I cut some of these slices way too big, but that's fine. She doesn't know it quite yet, but my wife is 20 minutes pregnant. Did you think that was funny? And that was worth the time to sit and type out and put into my stream? I'm excited to see what your hours are after live. Me too. I should have. Do I have it on here? Oh, I've gained subscribers since I've been live. Love your necklace. Thank you. So I currently have 182 watch hours. So I think it batches overnight. And then I'll check it tomorrow and see what it is. Are the comments saved to the live? Yeah, so I'm going to save the lives. I did click the part where it says to show the chat log. So hopefully when I save it and put it in my live stream playlist, it'll still show the comments. Hopefully. I did click that option. So Danielle, see 182 watch hours out of 4,000. But like I said, I'll have more content for people to watch. You have to let us know your progress on your watch hours tomorrow. I definitely will. I'll post it in my Discord. Excuse me, I'll post it in the Discord. Tippin's in the kitty cave.
Teepee, you in the kitty cave?
What are you doing? It can be our group goal to get you to the 4,000. I would super appreciate all the help.
Teepee, and what you do? You in the kitty cave?
So yeah, I'm looking here and I'm looking here. So I'm like looking back and forth between these two. As you have more adventures, it'll organically happen. Absolutely. I'm just going to start posting churu times every so often. For those of y'all who love Tipper's churu times and you like the ASMR or you think he's just really cute and it brings you joy to watch him, I'm going to record with my microphone and everything some close-up churu times and him crunching on some treats and stuff. So you just need some Tipper. You just need some Tipper love. There are going to be some videos of him eating churros. Tell us what we need to do. Literally just go on YouTube and watch. Like I'll be dual streaming for quite a while, and then all of my live streams on YouTube I'm going to save into a playlist. Just a live streams playlist. So when you go to sleep or you go to work or like you're doing some other shit, if you just put the playlist on, turn the sound off and just let it run in the background, that gives me watch time. So that's a super awesome way to help me out. You look beautiful. Thank you. Hi, Hermine. You have 6 cats and 2 dogs. I put the litter box in the shower. Need to remember to save the lives. I always delete them. Yeah, I definitely, the one other time I've streamed on here, I didn't save it because I was like, why would I post a live stream when people can't interact with it? It's just me just like staring at the camera and talking randomly. But we're gonna use the live streams to try to get the hours up. Do lives have to be saved to count towards the hours? No. So you get hours for or you get time for people actually watching it live, but then if you post it as an actual video and people watch it back, you get it as well. Certain platforms sound can't be all the way down to count. I haven't heard that at all. Interesting. I'll have to look into that. I've not heard that. But I wouldn't have known otherwise. So thank you. I don't like them myself for the hours. It can't hurt right. Mm-hmm. Let's look it up. Chronically Online. What am I dipping it in? Healthy chamoy. YouTube still counts watch hours even if the sound is off in a video, as long as the video is playing and being watched for a significant amount of time. It will contribute to the watch time regardless of whether the viewer has the sound muted or not. So yeah, it's fine. I'm buying an RV soon to travel to North Carolina. Nice. I have a 19.5-foot travel trailer. It's a Forest River Novo 2022, and I bought it new. I'll be sleeping with your playlists on. Thank you, Amber. Thank you. Oh, shit. Wow, that almost went bad. It's so funny because I never planned on being a content creator, and like, it's just crazy. I never thought I would be a good content creator. Like, as far as like photos and stuff like that, sure, because I've been in social media management and marketing for like since college. But as far as like me marketing myself and like putting my personality out there, I did not expect that at all. But also, I didn't feel like I really had a personality before RV life. Like, I didn't know who I was. So I didn't feel like I had a personality, but I guess, I mean, now I do. What's your name on YouTube? Same name as here, Maddie the Cottywampler. It's also linked in the link tree in my bio. What can we do on YouTube to help? I'm going to be dual live streaming from now on, and I'm going to be saving my live streams in a playlist on YouTube. So if you just play the playlist and let the video run in the background, you can turn the sound off. If you just let the video run in the background, but you watch it, it gives me watch time. So watching my live streams, watching my videos, you know, if you have the sound off, that's fine. But that gives me watch time and helps me get monetized. Hi Ari, play her playlist while you sleep. Yeah, while you're asleep, while you're at work, while you're cooking, whatever. I also am going to open up like a suggestion form so that if you guys have suggestions of content you want me to make or topics you want me to talk about, I know what kind of things you guys want me to make videos on. Yeah! Thanks, Ariana. Story times. I have so many stories. I can make story times for sure. So I'll open that up and I'll put it, I don't know when I'm going to open it up, but I'll put it in my link tree. And then you guys can suggest things that you want me to show or want me to talk about, or encouragement videos, or like whatever you want me to see. At least then I'll have ideas of what you guys would want to watch. I'm eating cucumbers. Cucumbers and chamoy. How are you doing over here, YouTube? With the cottage cheese, absolutely. Absolutely. It's easier to stream on TikTok and it looks better, but that's because my setup is for it. But YouTube has its place. Hippie Zen Chick, hi. What kind of chamoy? It is dye-free, sugar-free chamoy. It's called Chilito. Subi got it for me because I've always wanted to try it. But the whole reason I haven't had chamoy is because of the red dye and the sugar. So your YouTube is already, what do you mean it's already good? What do you mean in reference to what? Yeah. Ariana. Thank you. Yeah, so for those of you who don't know, I originally was going to just focus on YouTube, and then I accidentally got attention on TikTok, and then I haven't focused on YouTube in almost 2 years. The last video I posted was in May of 2023, so it's been quite a while. But before the whole TikTok ban thing was a thing, I was already planning on splitting my time between here and YouTube, or more so focusing on YouTube because it's more stable. And it's less drama. But yeah, so there was multiple reasons for me to go ahead and start focusing on YouTube again. This is my new account. I couldn't remember my old account. What was your old name? Hi, Jen. All right, let's have a lime. Oh my gosh, look how fat these pieces are. So good. From Ariana. Have you I see you're sending gifts. Are you okay? And a friendship necklace and a rosa. Happy to see you live. I'm happy to have you, Mariana. A snowflake. I love lemons and limes too. I can't help it. Five snowflake keychains. A good game. What are you doing, Ariana? You haven't said hi. Are you okay? What you doing? Where you at, girl? How's Tipper? He's cute as ever. What am I listening to? It's just a non-copyright music playlist that I found on Spotify. Because YouTube is very particular about the music that you use, and they will copyright strike you. So because I'm dual streaming, I can only do that. Can't stand to watch somebody eat, okay? And you don't have to be here. Nobody's forcing you. Hi, Rike. Walter, thanks for all the roses. Happy to see you live. I'm happy to see you too. I'm doing good. Yeah, nobody's forcing you to be here if you don't want to be here. Simple as that. Where's your cat? Your kitten is right here. He's in the kitty jail. What are you doing? T-Beam. Hey, T-Beam. What you do? You little kitty. What you do? Say hi to each other. Say hi, YouTube. With my 15 people. What are you doing, my handsome baby boy? What are you sticking that leggy out? The boogeyman's gonna come for that shit. Just watch. I'm gonna get that paw if you're not careful. Hey, neighbor. Hi, Christine. Oh, y'all are talking to each other. I see. He's waiting for you to get out of his chair. No, he really is. Oh, that was the that was the music. I heard a phone ring and I was like, where the fuck did that come from? Oh my goodness. Last night was bad. Oh, with your guy. We all switched to sweet voice. Oh yeah. Hey, my teepee. He's a cute kitty cat. He's a mummy's boy. He's a mummy's sweetest boy. He's a kitty cat boy. And another tipping boy, and he brings me so much joy. He's a cat. He's a little kitty cat. He's a top hat. He's a tippin' toe top hat. He's a tip cat, TB top hat. He's just staring at me. Anxiety from court shit. You got this, dude. You got this. You so got this. You told us to. I'm sorry, Ladybug. I was so confused. I'm sorry. Mentally for your son. I'm so sorry, Ariana. Like that's not easy, but you are so strong. Like you got this. You 1000% do. And you just got to push through it. And then soon it'll all be like a memory of the past. and that doesn't make it necessarily easier right now, but you have fought through and worked through every single other bad time, anxious time, frustrating time, heartbreaking time you've ever been through, and you're going to get this one too. You're going to make it through, you and your kiddo, and it's going to be great. Did you see my post of my old account name? If you're asking me if I can get your old account back, I don't know who you are. I don't know how to get old accounts back. I cannot help you. If your account is gone, it's gone, but I'm not the person to ask to get an account back for you. It's not how that works. Look how good this one is. So salty. Amazing. I do not know anything about your account, my friend. I have no idea. My day was good, Mariana. Cold, windy, rainy, snowy, but it was good. 9 inches of snow at the beach, you right? Isn't it a crazy time? All right, it's my last lime. This is a chonkin one. Woo. How to get the vein to quit pulsing through my temple. Maybe try like the same thing as like you do for a migraine. Like put your hands and feet in something cold and it'll draw the blood away from your head and maybe it will take away some of the pressure. Hi, Dina. No, other people have the same problem when they close down TikTok. Yeah, I'm just a stranger on the internet. Like I said, I don't know anything about your account or how to get it back. I don't. I'm just a random person on the internet, my friend. I like lime in my ice water. Oh, I love it. Oh my gosh, I'll fuck this up all day long. And that's all she wrote. Here's all my husks. Hi, Lori. Welcome back. So I have just some cucumber left, and then I'll have my protein yogurt for dessert. Sending hugs to everyone. I'm sending you all my love, Ariana. All my love, all my strength. You got this. I believe in you so hard. Like, genuinely. I did work today. Indeed. 5 a.m. to 1 p.m. and then I came home and I went to sleep at like 2 and then I woke up at like 5:30. Did I have dinner? This is dinner. I'm not cooking tonight. This is dye-free, sugar-free chamoy. Get through this. Nothing I can do. It's just tiring and heartbreaking. I understand. Do some self-care. Do something nice for yourself. Take like a nice bath or go get a massage, for God's sake. Do something for yourself. You deserve it. Good night, Maria. All right, I'm going to stream for like 40 more minutes. I'll do like a rounded 3 hours of live streaming before I hop off for the night. Tipper is ready to go to bed. He's so sleepy. My sleepy kitty boy. He's so cute and fuzz. He's so cute. My goodness. Late to the party. Where in the country are you? I'm in the high desert of Oregon. About 150 miles away from civilization. Nope, this is chamoy. Definitely not ketchup. Good night, James. You have friends in Ontario? Oh, nice. I know where Ontario is. There's nothing out. There's nothing out here. It's been kind of nice though. There's chamoy hot sauce. It's a little spicy, but it also has like a sweetness to it. I want to get a camp stove thing. What's the safe way to store butane, propane in a car? I don't think it really matters. Maybe just not having it rolling around and bumping up against stuff. But other than that, it should be fine. Am I still working? Yeah, I work. What sauce is that? This is chamoy. But yeah, you don't want propane or butane or anything like that to be like rolling all over the place, bumping into stuff halfway over. So I would stick it somewhere where it's going to stay secure. Would be the only thing, really. Also, keep in mind that propane and butane cans can sweat. If you have it in the car, it's going to collect condensation on the outside and it can sweat. So just be aware of that as well. That was a nice little light dinner. I'll probably eat some more of my my cottage cheese dip later for some more protein, but what's everybody up to? Y'all just hanging out? Are we just vibing? Just vibing. Like, there's 200 people in here just watching me not talk. I'm just eat my dinner. Y'all are too sweet. I appreciate you being here. But it's not like I'm talking about anything particularly enthralling. Organizing your magic cards. Hi, Matt. Plain Greek yogurt. No, this is vanilla 000 yogurt. So it has 15 grams of protein. No added sugar, no artificial sweeteners, no fat. It's pretty decent. No fat, high protein. I eat these all the time. All the time. Where's your next destination? I will be going to Colorado in April. I was just exploring Washington for the last year. I got here to Oregon to work for the winter in October. Yeah, like I said, October. And then I'll leave in April and go to Colorado, and I'll spend most of this next year in Colorado. I watched your YouTube video today. Congratulations. Thank you so much, Lisa. Hi, Maddie from Matt. I do have a YouTube video talking about what I'll be doing in Colorado. It's posted on my YouTube if anybody cares to see what I'll be doing. Watching you eat, you make everything look so good. Thanks, Brenda. Welcome to Colorado. That's where the 303. Oh, nice. The Denver area, nice. I'll be a little less than 2 hours away from Denver. I'm excited. I love Denver. I've been to Colorado 4 or 5 times in the last probably 5 years, and I really, really like it. So I'm excited to get to spend more time there than just, a week for the gem show or, coming to see friends or whatever. I have quite a few friends and followers that are in Colorado, so I might have to do a meetup. Maybe up in the mountains. Kinda, yeah. I'll be pretty close to not Mount Rainier, Rocky Mountain National Park. I'll be within about half an hour of there. So I won't be like up in them, but like we'll be in some mountains. Yeah. 43 years ago. It's an incredible place. It's a new place every year I've never been. Exactly. That's how I felt in Washington is like, I was there for a year and I saw and did so much. But like, there's always more to do in states like that. And it's incredible. So I've done Denver, Steamboat Springs, Colorado Springs, Boulder, Manitou Springs, Estes Park, Rocky Mountain National Park, Durango, Garden of the Gods, St. Mary's Glacier. I've done all of that. And I know that there's a million more things. Like I know that Telluride and and Pikes Peak and like there's so many things to do. So I'm super, super, super stoked because there's going to be a lot of adventures going on. So many adventures. You used to live in Colorado Springs. How did you like it? I used to go every year for the gem show because I used to own a crystal store. So I've been a few times for that. And then I had some friends there. They're no longer friends. But I had some friends I'd go visit as well. You've seen a lot, must see. The sand dunes. Oh, yeah. I've never seen sand dunes. I would absolutely love that. I want to go to Mesa Verde as well. Mesa Verde is high up on my list. Your sister works at Garden of the Gods? What does she do there? Because I didn't see any like buildings or anything when I went. Mountain is like a backdrop. Took me years to get used to it. It's so crazy. It's just like there. It's like when I was living at Mount Rainier, she was just always there in the background. And that's so crazy because like you could drive an hour to like South Hill or a little bit farther up to Tacoma and you could still see her and she was still massive. And I was like, people just live this every day. People just live this every day and they have grown up here and they just have this massive fucking volcano in their background. And I never got used to it. I thought it was the best thing ever. So I'm excited for different kind of mountains in my background. She works at the resort. We love you, the sand dunes. Yeah, I'm going to take y'all all over the place. We're going to go see it. We're going to do it. The American West. Oh, yeah. I'm from Alabama originally and then lived in Georgia for 10 years. I spent my first 27 years of life in the South, and coming out here was like the best decision. I always knew that I was meant to be out here, that I would feel more at home out here, and boy, do I absolutely love it. So much to explore. Oh, in Jasper? No way. I used to go to a summer camp at Camp McDowell in Jasper. My mom has taught there quite a few times as well, and she took some classes, or not taught, she took some classes there. We both did. I'm here in Michigan. There's sand dunes, but never experienced it. Go do it, Jessa. Do it, Jess. You know at Camp McDowell, Amber? We used to go there summer camp, and then my mom was a teacher, and she would take her science classes there on a weekend field trip, when she was still a teacher. My son is watching you with me. He says he follows you. Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate it. Lived on Smith Lake growing up. That's awesome. It's from Fayette? No way. Look at all this. Look at all the homies. Isn't life such a really cool interconnected web? Like, I think it's so cool. I'm going to flip you guys. I'm going to go to the bathroom. TikTok is watching you and Tipper. I'm sorry you guys can't see Tipper. But I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick.
Tippy, you're so cute. He's a baby. Oh, he's so cute. He's the cutest kitty baby boy. He's a baby angel.
Excuse me. How many freckles does he? I think he has 4 or 5. 4 or 5 freckles. All right, so we're going to do my little, this thing. This is the thing that gave me a hickey on my face the other day. That's fun. We're going to do it together. To keep on BLM land. So I do work camping, so I get to live for free at the places that I work, and I get paid on top of it. So I am not constantly traveling. I leave my trailer at the places that I work, and then when I go on my weekend trips, I sleep in my truck. So this is like a vacuum, and like I'll show you, it like sucks. That burp was just about right. Oh shit, it is a Friday night. So this just like sucks gunk out of your face, but if you're not careful, you can give yourself a hickey like I did last week. Living the life many of us dream of. Dude, I'm super blessed. I went through a lot of hell and high water to get here. Years of an abusive relationship. He was a cult leader. years of abuse in every single freaking form. Depression, alcoholism, all kind of stuff. And I'm really, really, really grateful to be here right now. All right, so this is what happens. I've had this thing for so long. It's like a little mini vacuum. So you like do this on your face, and then that's what it sucked out of my face. Look at that. That's what it sucked out of my face. Isn't that crazy? Good night, Amber. Thanks for hanging out. That's some crazy shit. I got this from a friend. I'm sure if you just like Google or search like pore vacuum or something like that, it'll happen. You can find it. Just be super careful because like I said, you can give yourself hickeys with this. If you did it right after the hot shower, you did it more. That's true. That's true. Okay, now y'all are really close. I'm gonna back you guys up. Back it on up. Baby Tip. Baby Teepee. Well, do we want to do a story time or something? Does anybody want to suggest a topic for me to tell a story about? Or like what do we want to do? What are we feeling? Hey Fredo, what's up? Good night, Twin Auntie. Have a good one. Thanks for being here. Hey baby, what you do? I'm proud of you, Jess. You're so sweet. You've been with me for a while, haven't you? I feel like you've been with me for like over a year now. I could be wrong. What kind do I have? It is a 2022 Forest River Nobo. It's 19.5 feet. Tell us stories about bad employees at your last gig. Okay, I can do that. I did decide. I have a video about it on YouTube, D. Talking all about it. More than a year? I love that. All right. So, bad employees at my last job. First of all, oh, hi, Kelly. Good to see you. Thank you for popping into the YouTube stream. All right. So, let's start with the guy who went crazy on me because I rejected him. So, his name was Michael, and he was super tall, had a bunch of tattoos, really long beard, and he just had everything he owned, he kept in a travel pack, because he would work at national parks and do seasonal work, but he would use the provided housing. And he was in his late 30s, almost 40. And he came in about 2 weeks before I left in March for my 3-week Olympic Peninsula trip. And he was working in the kitchen, and I thought he was like cute enough, like nice guy, you know. Hi, Aunt Collie. How are you? Nice enough guy. Oh, hi. Oh, hi, Rowdy. Thanks for being here, my friend. So, I worked around him for about 2 weeks. He was totally fine, totally nice, whatever. I went on that 3-week trip, and then I came back, in early April. I want to say like April 6th or 8th or something like that is when I got back. And then, we were still working around each other, yada, yada, yada. Well, probably May, early May or something. I lived in the RV section. I was the only woman who lived in the RV section for the people who worked at Mount Rainier. And one of the guys who lived in that section had gone up the mountain and had gotten a bunch of people. So it was like an hour farther up the mountain. And then they were going to go to a local bar. So he had gone to get all of them, and he was one of them. He lived way farther up than I did. And they stopped back by the RV section to pick up somebody else. So I was outside. I believe I was on live stream at the time, actually. They were outside, and I saw them all in the car, and they're like, we're going to go to the bar. And I was like, well, I want to go. So I went. We had a great time, ended up getting drinks and stuff. Well, Michael ends up paying for my drinks. And then we're all like playing pool against each other, and he starts flirting with me. And I was like, okay, like he's cute enough. And like, I mean, we had known each other for a few months at that point, and he'd always been nice. And so he had said how he thought that I was like the most beautiful woman he'd ever seen. And he thought that I was so cool and so nice and all this stuff. And he asked me on a date, and I was like, sure, like, yeah, we'll go on a date. This was maybe like a Sunday or Monday night. And he was like, well, let's go out on Friday when I get paid. And I was like, okay. He was like, as long as you can drive, because he didn't have a car because he just would bounce around to seasonal work. So I was like, yeah, that's fine. He was like, there's this really cool restaurant in Tacoma, like I'll take you to, all this stuff. I'll pay for the gas and for the date if you drive. And I was like, that's fine. So, it was like maybe a Tuesday or Wednesday. And he invites me to come up to the top of the mountain where everybody is, to hang out. And so we were in like the rec room. There was like, a big flat screen TV and a pool table and ping pong and like all this stuff. And all of the seasonal workers who use the provided housing were in that area. Hi, Sarah. Good to see you. And so people are like drinking, people are like doing whatever. And there was a girl there named Libby. And she worked at the front desk at one of the hotels, and she was 3 sheets to the wind intoxicated. And him and her, they kept going outside to smoke cigarettes, I guess. But he had told me a couple times that she was like very like flirty and all this stuff. And I don't know if he was like trying to make me jealous or whatever, but like, I don't give a fuck. Right. And so about midnight, the security officer comes down to the rec room, and he's like, all y'all got to go. Like, it's too loud, like, yada, yada. So he was like, I had some drinks and whatever. And he was like, you want to come upstairs and just stay here for the night instead of driving back down. And I was like, yeah. So I go up, and he was staying in the cook's quarters, and it was all men on that floor. All men on that floor, and he had a roommate in that room. He just had a twin bed, which was provided, and he had a roommate. His roommate was already asleep. And we get up there, and like his bed's not made, like there's no sheets on it. And I'm like, like I'm not feeling good about this. So like he's putting sheets on the bed and everything. And then the guys down the hall opened the door, and they were having drinks in there and stuff. And so, and keep in mind, he's pretty intoxicated at this point. I was just buzzy at this point. And so he stops what he's doing. I had my stuff with me, and he like takes my stuff and he puts it down, and he closes the door, and he's like, well, let's go down here and hang out with these guys. So went down there, had a great time. We were chilling, like talking, all this stuff. There were some really cool guys, there. And so I was, where were you at before here? Like, guys ranging from 18 years old to 40 years old from all over the country. And so I was just like talking and chatting and trying to be social, because pretty much everybody had just gotten there for the season, and I had already been there for a season. So I was, trying to get a feel on it. And we're all drinking, hanging out, whatever. And then he gets shirtless, and hold on. I'm so sorry to have to stop you guys. I'll be right back. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay, so where was I? Oh, so he's like shirtless. He's a little bit belligerent, and he's like, okay, let's go back to the room. He was like, like, I want to be with you. You know what I mean? And I'm like, oh my God. Uh, First of all, you're highly intoxicated. Second of all, you have a roommate who's asleep in there. Third of all, I didn't know that like the living arrangement was like this, where like this whole what you call it, all guys, and it was just a weird situation. So I was like, no, I don't want to go back with you. I was like, I'll come get my stuff and I'm gonna sleep in my truck because I have my bed in my truck, right? And so I was like, I just did not feel comfortable. And so I was like, I'll come get my stuff, but I was like, I'm gonna hang out with these guys for a little bit, and then like I'll just go sleep in my truck. He did not like that at all. He started freaking the fuck out on me. And he was like, oh, you just want to be in here with all these guys. He's like, you're for the streets, you're this, you're that. And he won't give me my stuff back. It's like locked in his room. He won't give me my stuff back. He's like, you're not leaving. He's like, you're coming back to my room with me right now. And I'm like, oh my God, no, I'm not. Like, I don't want to, like, you get what I'm saying. So, he is yelling at me. None of these other guys are doing anything. They're not like standing up for me. They're not like, hey man, calm down. Like, I don't know if they were just in shock or like what was going on, but like they didn't do anything. And I just kept saying like, I don't want to go to bed with you in any way. And so he's yelling and yelling and yelling. And I'm like, I'm going to go just sleep in the truck. And then I had to work in that area the next morning. So I was like, it's fine. Like, I'll just sleep in the truck and then I'll wake up and I'll be right there instead of having to drive an hour into the national park. And I was like, everything, like, it's fine, but he wouldn't give me my stuff back. So the yelling continues, and I try to remove myself from the situation, and I walk through the corridor to the women's bathroom. And what does he do? He follows me and pushes his way into the women's bathroom. Granted, like, this guy is probably like 6'4", 6'5" ish, like decently tall guy. And he's like, pushes his way into the bathroom, and he's like standing over me, and I'm like, he's got me down on the floor in the corner yelling at me. But at the same time, he's like talking about how terrible I am, but then he'd switch. This is literally how he would do. He'd be like, you fucking bitch, like, fuck, you're gonna fuck all my life up, and I thought you liked me and all this stuff, but you're like the most beautiful woman I've ever seen, and I just love your cute little face, and I would be so blessed to marry a woman like you one day, but you're a fucking cunt. Like, and he would go back and forth between like, I'm super in love with you, you're the best thing ever, to like, I fucking hate you. I have a video of this. I've actually played it on live stream before of how back and forth he was going. Like, and he was making no sense about anything. And so I crawl literally out of the bathroom door, and I try to go praying that his door is unlocked so I can get my bag and my keys. It's not open. So I was like, okay, well, I just need to get out of here, and like I'll figure it out later, right? I was like, if I have to sleep in the cold in the bed of the truck, like, I'll figure it out later. But obviously he is very unstable and I need to like get away. So there's stairs that go down from that corridor, and there's an exit door right there. That's the only thing that's at the bottom of the stairs. So I'm like, I'll just run out of the exit and then around the other side where my truck is. Well, I go down the stairs and they have that exit door locked. So now I'm stuck at the bottom of the stairs, and he starts coming down the stairs, and then he sits in the middle of the stairs, and he's going on about all this, going all this back and forth. And he was like, every time I came back from smoking a cigarette, he literally said, because I was like, when he would go off with Libby, I would be hanging out down there with all the people, and I was talking to people. I was talking to my employees because I was the merchandiser for all of the 4 gift shops. So I was talking to all of my employees. I was talking to other people. There was another guy who had really cool locks, so I was talking to him, like just basic like get to know you stuff, right? And he goes, he starts saying stuff like, and every time I'd come back from smoking a cigarette, you're in there sucking every guy's dick, and you're letting them run a like all the like and I was like, what's wrong with talking to people? Like I was talking to guys and like he was like, you made me think that you came up here to hang out with me and you're gonna sit here and hang out with all everybody else but me. And I'm like, dude, you kept leaving to go with Libby, who you keep saying is like trying to get with you. And I don't care, but like I was just sitting there meeting people. I was trying to be social because you guys know that I do try to be social and I do try to work on my social skills. And he was just like going on and on and on. Anyway, so this is going on for like quite a while. Like it went on for far too long before the same security officer that broke everything up downstairs and told everybody to go home. He came and ended up removing me from the situation, and he was like, I was like, I need my stuff. It's locked in his room. And so he was like, Michael, you need to unlock the door. Well, Michael's taking forever. He's fumbling with his keys and he's just going on and on. He was like, you fucking women. He was like, he was like, I finally felt at home somewhere and I was going to stay here for the foreseeable future, but now you've ruined my whole summer. And all you fucking women, every time your little feelings get hurt, you just start crying and then everybody assumes that it's the man's fault. And I was like, what the fuck are you talking? I was like, I don't give men chances. I don't like, it had been so long since I had even and like I said, I had agreed to go on a date with him before all this happened. I was like, I tried to give you a chance and you are fucking it up right now. And he was like, no, you're the one fucking it up. And I was like, bro, I said no, I don't want to go back to the room with you. I don't want to sleep with you. I don't want to be physical with you. You're intoxicated and you're making me uncomfortable. And now you're freaking out and essentially like holding me freaking hostage while bouncing back and forth between, oh, you're so beautiful, you're so amazing, I want to marry you one day, to you ruined my whole life, you're such a B word. And I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. And so finally I get my stuff. The security officer walks me to the hotel and they put me up in a secret hotel room that was guarded all night to keep me safe. I Those of y'all who know my story know that I went through many years of domestic abuse and it was super triggering. It was very scary, especially because he was so much bigger than I was. And it really just came out of nowhere. So I called out that next morning, which was fine because like I worked so freaking hard all the time. Y'all know I worked insane amount of overtime hours. I called out that next day. However, because he was so messed up and he was so upset about it, he was supposed to open the kitchen for the hotel, 400 room hotel full of guests. And he didn't go to work that next morning. So because he did not go to work that next morning and the kitchen didn't open and the guests didn't have breakfast, not only did he get written up for that, I got written up for that. I got written up. First of all, I didn't know that you couldn't drink up there because everybody was drinking. So I got written up for that on top of, I forget what they call it, but essentially it disrupted business. So because I was part of a situation where I called out and then he didn't do what he was supposed to do, and I was part of that, I got written up for that. And that really, 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 really pissed me off. So I'm surprised they did not fire him either. They did not fire him for that. And I went and I talked to his manager. I talked to HR. I filed a report. Like I did everything. I had the videos. I let HR watch the videos because it had gotten so, like, he was so erratic that I pressed record on my phone and I was recording it to have evidence of like what was going on. So they, did you see him again after that? So because they didn't fire him, he was around. However, we didn't normally cross paths because he was in the kitchen and I worked in gift shops. So like I didn't normally pass him. However, the manager had told him that he was not allowed to have any contact with me, period. If we happened to see each other in the park, he was to walk the other way. He was not to have anything to do with me, and that he would be in trouble if he did. Now, the next week after that, multiple times, he had no reason to be in the areas of the park that he was, but that I was at, because he knew my schedule. So he didn't say anything, he didn't do anything, but he would just kind of be off in the distance and like looking at me, which made me really uncomfortable. And I would send a message to my manager, my boss, every single time saying what was going on just for documentation. Anyway, so months pass. It's midsummer, and I was downstairs at JVC, and two girls who worked in the food, not in the kitchen, but they worked at like a kind of like a food, like deli thing, cafe thing. They were like, "Hey, we were in the RV section and we were going to come invite you to go camping with us, but we know that Michael was there to see you, and so we ended up not coming to ask you, but in the future, would you want to go camping with us?" And I was like, "What do you mean Michael was down there to see me?" And they were like, "Yeah, we were like down in the RV section picking up one of our friends, and we saw him there, and we were going to come invite you, but we talked to him and he said that he was there to see you, so we thought you were busy." And I was like, "Oh, no, 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 no." I was like, "You saw him near my RV?" And they were like, "Yeah, we did. This was like on an evening, right? On an evening." And so I was like, he is like, they have made it very clear that he is not supposed to have anything to do with me. So I like call my boss, who then calls HR, who then calls his manager, who I was decent friends with. However, she was supposed to talk to him, and I'm like, what part of... So on top of that, let me back up. The next day, after I'd already reported this, one of the warehouse ladies was in my area, and at 5:00 in the morning, she saw him walking around my RV waiting for the shuttle to go back up the mountain at 5:00 in the morning. So if you put those two instances together, that means that he was down near my RV over an hour away from where he resided in the evening, and then he was spotted at 5 a.m. that next morning by one of the managers. So you know what that tells me? He slept down there where my RV was, and that's what freaked me out more than anything. So I knew everybody that lived in that area. I went and asked all of them, all those guys. I said, "Did he stay the night with you? Did he stay the night with you?" All of them said no. So I'm like, where did this guy sleep? He didn't have a car. He didn't have anything. I'm like, was he just like sleeping outside my RV? Like, did he get intoxicated and like ride the shuttle down with the intention to try to talk to me, and then he didn't, and then he left the next morning? Like, what the hell? So his manager was supposed to talk to him, and to my knowledge, nothing happened. He didn't get in trouble for that at all. However, a few weeks later, I did hear that he put in his 2 weeks notice to leave. And when he talked to HR to put in his 2 weeks notice, he blamed his leaving on me, saying that I had ruined his job, I had ruined his time, and that he no longer felt welcome at the mountain. So he left of his own accord. However, in between all of those time frames, he was going around to everybody who would possibly listen to him and saying the most ridiculous things. So to Libby, who was also friends with another girl in the kitchen named Marion. And then who else? There was somebody else, some other girl or something who also worked in the kitchen. Anyway, and they were all friends, right? So he told them, he told these girls, okay, who I was fine with before, was that I got him all sexually riled up that night. Then I rejected him so that I could go get gangbanged by all these other guys. And then I recorded him freaking out, and that I went on the official Mount Rainier National Park Facebook page and posted the videos of him freaking out to embarrass him, and that they thought that that was not appropriate for me to do because I was in charge of the social media, and that I deserved to be fired for doing that. None of that ever happened. I don't have access to any social media regarding Mount Rainier National Park. I never posted those videos anywhere. The only people I let the managers and HR watch those videos. And so not only is he spreading, he spread all kind of crazy rumors about me all over the mountain, to where people I didn't even know were going to my boss trying to get me fired. So those girls and a couple other people went to my boss trying to get me fired. And so my boss is like, first of all, she doesn't have access to that. Second of all, that's not what happened. I've seen the videos. Third of all, do you have any proof that she posted these videos on the Mount Rainier National Park Facebook page? And they said, well, no, because she deleted it. And she was like, interesting, really? She goes, who told you this? Did Michael tell you this? And they were like, well, yeah, because she just treated him so badly. And she's like, did you ever think about the fact that he is the abuser here? He's the assaulter. He's the one who is upset. His ego is hurt that she told him, no, I don't want to go back to your room and sleep with you. And that he's the one who's the aggressor. And he might be a little upset about the fact that he showed his ass and he got in trouble. And now everybody knows who he really is. Did you ever think about that? They did not like that. They did not like that. So, like I said, all of that stuff happened in between all that time. He ends up leaving. Well, then those of y'all who have been around for a while know that my RV got flooded in the summer. And he had been gone for maybe a month at this point. He had been gone. Like I said, he left of his own accord. I think he should have been fired. Personally, he should have been fired that very first time, because that proves like you're not a safe person if that's how you're going to behave. So the thing about the RV flooding was that not only was my door unlocked, and I always lock my door, but there's no way that Tipper could have turned on that faucet. But also, I always leave my gray valve open. I leave my gray valve open so all of my sink water and my shower water goes directly into the sewer. Well, that valve was closed, my door was unlocked, and the water was running. So if you don't know how RVs work, your gray water is your sink and your shower water. You have that, and you have a gray valve that opens your toilet. So I would always, in the summer, you leave your gray valve open if you want, and it just goes right into the thing. Well, if it's closed, then that's going to fill up your gray tank. Once your gray tank fills up, it's going to back up into your shower and your sinks, and it's just going to keep filling. So what happened is that got closed, that got turned on, it was running the whole day. I come home to go to lunch, and I walk up to my RV, and there's water pouring out of this side of the RV. Water is pouring out of the creases in the side of the RV. And I get in here, and my sink is overflowing. It has overflowed into my stove, onto the ground. And it was a horrendous, horrendous day. In the middle of that, Tipper escaped while we were trying to clean it up. And I was absolutely losing my fucking mind. If you scroll back enough, there's 3 videos about it. As it, like, literally as it's happening, if you scroll back enough. And so I was like, why, who would do this? And the only thing, I did call the police. I did file a police report. They didn't do anything because there wasn't any actual hard evidence. The only thing I could have thought was it was the female manager who didn't like me. Thank God there's Trump to protect you. He's not protecting me. What the fuck are you talking about? Sorry, that was such a dumb comment. My brain is having a moment trying to remember where we were. So all that's happening. HR is out there talking. I almost left the job. I almost left the job because there's so many other things happening, and I was so stressed out, like beyond belief. It was a crazy time. And my dad was like, you are running yourself ragged here, and now you don't feel safe, and like yada yada yada. So I almost left, and HR was trying to do anything to keep me from leaving because they knew that if I left, they were missing out on millions of dollars in sales because that's how important I was to the gift shop operation. Well, I found out that next day that Michael had continued once a week, had a friend from Tacoma to drive him into the national park to sell D rugs to people, hard D rugs. And he just so happened to be at the national park that day that my RV got flooded. So tell me, a man who got rejected, freaked out, assaulted me, freaking stalked me, held me captive, made up lies and rumors about me, trying to get me fired. It makes total sense that's what happened with my RV flooding. Is like, you can't tell me that he just magically was there that day, and all of a sudden my RV is flooded, and he has been in my RV, and he knows how those things work, and he knows how to get into my RV. Like, so I think it was really messed up of the mountain to not fire him when the initial assault happened. And it's messed up that he ended up leaving of his own accord. And like, anyway, so that was that whole situation. Now, I mentioned a girl named Libby in this. Well, Libby obviously hated me because she believed what Michael had told her about what had happened. And she was dating this guy. I don't even fucking remember his name at this point. We called him Cowboy because he always wore a cowboy hat and a belt buckle and all this stuff, whatever. Well, she arrived at the mountain about a month prior to him. And she was enjoying herself with multiple different people at the mountain, if you know what I mean. And you know, that's fine. Like, you do what you do. Your sexual business is your sexual business. Well, that was before we found out that she had a boyfriend. So then the boyfriend shows up. He's pretty nice. He's soft-spoken. He's sweet. She's kind of a hot mess. And people start confronting her about the fact that she had been with a lot of people, but she had this boyfriend. Well, she's telling everybody who talks to her about this that they're in an open relationship and that they're allowed to sleep and date other people, but they're each other's primary partner, which I understand that, right? Well, this was the story that everybody had heard for like quite a while. So those guys that I mentioned that I was hanging out with that night in the room, well, I was hanging out with them again, and the boyfriend was one of those guys. And so I was sitting there and we were like hanging out and whatever. And we were talking about dating and like what dating is like, you know, hopping around, traveling. You know, do you have a partner? You know, do you just, you know, have flings when you're places? You know, if you did end up start dating somebody, would you move to different parks together so that you could stay together? Like, what does it look like for different people who are in seasonal work? And so we're all talking, and he didn't say anything. So I was like, hey, so-and-so, like, what's it like, you know, for you and Libby being in an open relationship and everything? You know, were you at the same park before? Or were you separated? Like, what's that, you know, what's it like kind of having that extra layer? And this, when I tell you everybody, HR told me, my boss, everybody had heard from her that they were in an open relationship. So I say this to him thinking this is totally fine, common knowledge. And he goes, what do you mean in an open relationship? And I was like, what? And he was like, what do you mean we're in an open relationship? And I immediately was like, oh my God, I fucked up. This guy doesn't know what his girlfriend has been doing. So he starts getting angry and he's like, what are you talking about? What do you mean? And I was like, I didn't know what to say. And he was like, who did you hear this from? And I was like, from Libby. And he was like, no, you didn't. And I was like, yeah, I did. Like, everybody on this mountain has heard it from her or her friends. Like, it's common knowledge that like she has been with multiple people here, and especially before you got here. So he's getting like angry. So he leaves and he calls her, and he comes back and he's like happy. He was gone for maybe 15 minutes. He comes back, and I like looked at the other guys who were in the room, and I was like, oh my God, I fucked up. And they were like, no, like we thought that they were in an open relationship too, because that's what we heard, not from him, but from her. And I was like, oh my God. So when he came back, I apologized. And I was like, dude, I'm so sorry. Like, it was just part of the conversation, and Tony, it was not unlocked. You didn't even listen to what I said, my friend. You did not even listen to what I said. And so he's like, no, it's fine. Like, he was acting totally happy, totally fine. Well, that next day, my boss calls me in, and she's like, hey, so you got a formal complaint filed to HR because apparently from Libby and whatever the fuck his name was, and you got a formal complaint because you're going around the mountain spreading lies about Libby and talking about their relationship. And I was like, I wasn't doing that at all. And she goes, I know, but I have to, per policy, tell you that you got a complaint. And I was like, okay, that's not what happened. And so I was like, believe me, like, I have no interest in having anything to do with any of them. That was like just a total fuck up. That was a total mistake. I thought that was common knowledge. It turns out to not be true. So she just totally had him fooled. She totally continued that whole season to sleep with other people and had this poor guy fooled that she was being faithful and she wasn't. And like I said, she was one of the ones that tried to get me fired and all of that because she believed what Michael said about the assault, and then thought that I was making up rumors about them, which I wasn't. She was just lying to everybody about what was actually going on. And so we got onto all of this topic because somebody said to talk about all of the work camp or all of the seasonal worker drama from my last job. So there's tons more drama, but I'd say those are probably like the biggest things, and those all happened within maybe 3 months of each other over the summer. So me, on top of trying to manage 4 gift shops and working like 80 hours a week, and then also managing the online store and trying to stream and take care of myself and everything, it was a really stressful time. The RV getting flooded, it was a super stressful time. But yeah, multiple different people from different backgrounds, different ages, all stuck in isolation, all living together. Drama's gonna happen. Breaking and entering, yes, breaking and entering. And my RV was damaged and I filed a police report. There was a lot. So not so much. I mean, there's also the manager that freaking hated me. She was so nice to me for like maybe a month, and then all of a sudden out of nowhere she started freaking treating me terribly. I almost quit. I told HR, I was going to HR 3 times a week for like 6 weeks, being like, something is messed up. Like, I don't know what's going on with her. Ew, my ear is bloody. Sorry. And I almost quit because nothing was happening. And then that's why they ended up moving me originally from gift shop. Then I moved to front desk, and then I was working on building them a Shopify and doing their online retail. And that's when my boss found me, and she was like, I want to promote you. Will you stay for another season? And I ended up staying another season. Did they catch the guy who flooded your RV? Nope. They sure did, because there was no evidence that it was him. So I filed the police report. I told them all of that, and they said, well, there's no actual hard evidence, so we can't do anything. So that's why I have a Ring doorbell now. That's why I triple freaking check every single day that my RV is locked, because I'm paranoid. But also, thankfully, at this job, like, there's not drama like that. But yeah, no, nothing ever happened. Luckily, I mean, there's probably like subfloor damage at the very least from all that water, but I did a lot of like water damage mitigation. I tried. And there's no mold or like lasting damage that I can tell, like aesthetically or topically. Obviously, I can't tear the RV apart and see what's going on underneath, but so yeah, that's just some of the drama from my life. That's the most drama I've ever had. The job before that, I've told you guys the story of the coworker who ended up getting in a car accident drunk because he didn't wait for me, and we got lost on the streets of Spokane because he was being a dill hole. I told you all guys that story pretty recently. Like I said, I don't know why I attract crazy guys. I'm just trying to live my life, and they seem so nice at first, and then they just absolutely end up going off the deep end, and I'm like, why am I having to deal with this right now? Why? Like, I didn't sign up for this. I didn't ask for this. No more. Dude, they freaking find me. They freaking find me. Sorry you went through so much there. I know you were stressed. Heck, I really was. Those of y'all who were there with me at the mountain, especially at the end, know how stressed out I was. Do you still talk to Jake? Yeah, sometimes. We're not as close because he's with Mikey doing and he's like doing his own thing. So definitely his life has changed a lot since he and I were super, super close. But we're still friends and everything. We still talk. They're supposed to be coming to visit me before I leave Oregon, but I don't know exactly when. But yeah, we still talk. And it just sucks because every time he's live, I'm busy. So like it's so rare that I'm able to pop into his live streams. Sometimes like he'll do it in the middle of the day and I'm at the gym and I'll listen at the gym, but obviously I'm at the gym, so I'm like doing stuff and not commenting. But it's always freaking bad timing every time. Any more stories? Any more stories we want to chat about? Any more topics? Any more curiosities? The way I would have flipped the bird all the way out of the place. Oh my gosh. I damn near did because they were assholes to me the very last day I was there. Someone asked if he still talks to you in his live earlier. What did he say? Did he say basically that same thing? Or did he say no? Did he say yes? What did he say? It's definitely a different dynamic. I found you that day. Which day? Which day? Tell us about the last day there. So my last day at the mountain, I had packed up everything. And I was on live stream with you guys. I was on live stream. I had packed up. I had been preparing. I purged my stuff so that I wasn't taking so much stuff with me. And the last thing I had to do, so those of you who remember, it's a mess right now, but this is my slide out. And it had a big, super heavy black dresser on it. That was like a regular dresser that I put in here when I first moved in. Well, I had tried to get rid of it before I left the mountain, but nobody would help me get it out. I could not personally. That thing was like freaking hundreds of pounds. I couldn't get it out the door by myself. So I was like, well, screw it. Like, I'll just bring it here to Oregon, and then when I get there, I'll get some help. So I had the dresser, and then Shiva's tank was on top of the dresser. So I was ready to go. I was ready to pull out to drive here to Oregon. And the last thing I needed help with was to get Shiva's snake tank onto the bed, get that dresser onto the floor, and then I needed to get on top of the roof and get my Starlink satellite down. And then I just had to hand it to somebody because that bitch is $600. Okay. So I just needed to hand it to somebody because I couldn't get down my ladder with a Starlink satellite this big in my hand as well. So I had done everything. And so I was like, I just need somebody to help me for literally not even 5 minutes. So I walked over to the office in the warehouse and I went in and I was like, hey, I really need some help just moving a couple things so that I can get out of here. I would appreciate if somebody would help me. And the warehouse manager looks at me and she goes, that sucks. And everybody walked away from me. And I was just standing there and I was like, y'all, I can't leave. I cannot leave until I get these things moved, and I really just need some help for just a couple of minutes. And every single person ignored me. And to have somebody that I worked for a year, it's not like they just iced me out. You know, I had been there for a year. I had worked with these people, especially the warehouse manager, for her to be like, that sucks. What do you mean, that sucks? I just need an extra pair of hands. Like, everything else I had done myself. And I was like, that is so fucking rude. Like, it's literally like the second it was time for me to leave and I wasn't useful to them anymore after they had squeezed the fucking life out of me, they were like, whatever. So I cried angry tears. I was so upset. I was so stressed out. I had been running on fumes for like months. And for that to, like, the last thing I asked for so that to get help, because y'all know me, I'm also hyper independent and I have a hard time asking for help. And so I got my big girl panties on and went over there and asked for help. Literally the last thing to do before I hook up my RV and I pull out and go to my next job. And they say, that sucks. And then they walk away from me and nobody will help me. I was freaking livid. I was so angry. And so I got back on live stream because I had gotten off live stream at that point to go like finish up this stuff. And I got on live stream and I was livid. And I was like, I guess I'll just have to fucking do it myself. I'll just do it myself, because why do I ever ask for help? Why do I ever expect that when I put myself out there and I help a ton of people that anybody would ever help me in return? Like, this is what I get for relying on anybody. I'll just do it myself. So I did it myself and it was hard. So I got I have like a scissor table that like opens up like this. It's outside right now. I never used it. It was underneath my bed for the longest time. And I like opened that up and then I like scooted Shiva's tank from the dresser like onto the table, and then from the table I scooted the table over here, and then I scooted it onto the bed, and then I super carefully this dresser was massive. This is not an RV dresser. This is like a really sturdy, like freaking actual home dresser. And that bitch was annoying. And I get that onto the floor. I couldn't leave it on the slide out because when I had moved from Idaho to the mountain, I had left it on the slide out and it fell off and it busted out my microwave. Those of y'all remember Microwave Gate 2023 to 2024. It was a bitch and a half. It was a lot. And so I got it onto the floor, and I'm like crying through this, and I'm like red in the face, angry doing this on live stream. And I was so upset. And so go outside, and my plan was I have a robe, to get my belt from my robe, take the satellite down, tie the robe string onto the satellite, and then lower it to the ground. That was the plan that we had come up with in the chat with my mom. And as I am going to do that, the maintenance supervisor, who was the guy I was the closest to, he walks over and he was like, "Hey, do you need some help?" And I was like, "Yeah." So I handed him the satellite, and I got back down, and he was like, "Are you out of here?" And I was like, "Yep, sure am." He was like, "All right, we'll see you around." And like, that kind of sucked because he and I were way closer than just like a hey bye kind of thing. There was times where I was hanging out with him every single night for hours and just talking about everything. And so that all, like, I was grateful for the help, but at the same time, like, there was no hug, there was no like nothing like that. It was just like, "All right, bye." And I just felt like, not that I needed this like grand hurrah, like, "Thanks for all you've done. Thanks for working 80 hours a week and busting your butt and for making us millions of dollars and for being reliable and always showing up and going through all the shit that you did." Not that I needed a big old parade for that, but like, that was not exactly the goodbye that I was expecting from people that I had spent the last year with, you know? And that doesn't feel awesome. Anyway, so I got all my stuff loaded up and I headed out of the mountain. And then what happens? Not even 30 minutes into my trip, my truck starts losing power. And I'm trying to haul and I'm stomping the gas and my truck is going nowhere. Nothing is happening. And I'm limping on these back roads in southern Washington in the middle of nowhere. And I'm on the phone with my mom, and I had called my dad because, dad's in cars, and I was like talking to my dad, and then I like call my mom, and she is like trying to help me. Because she has me on Life 360, she can see where I am at all times. Both of my parents and my grandmother know where I'm at, period. And so she is like watching me drive, and she's like, "Good night, Mariana." So she's watching me drive, and she's like Googling, and she's like, okay, there should be, like a garage coming up. There should be a whatever coming up. I have like 18 wheelers behind me who are like laying on the whole. There's nowhere for me to pull over. So I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm going 20 miles an hour, but I literally can't do anything. There was nothing I could do. And I was like crying and I was freaking out. So I finally get to a place. I pull in. I had called them and I was like, I need help, like bad. So I get there, I pull in, and I dropped the trailer, and the guy, he had the same name as my ex, which really threw me for a loop. Super nice guy though. And so he puts one of the code readers on it. It's throwing a couple codes. He fixes them. We go test drive it. It still doesn't have any power, like just continuing, like trying these things. And so they didn't have any space to take me. Like they couldn't put the truck up on the, hey, Jackie, thanks for the heart me. They couldn't put the truck up on the freaking jack thing so that they could look under it because they were full. Like they didn't have the time. And so he's like, you're going to have to call, these other places. And I was like, so I called them and nobody else could take me. And I was like, I have to be at this job. Like, granted, I had given myself an extra, like essentially 24 hours to get there. I always give myself at least a day of extra drive time just in case some shit happens. And it has always served me well because moving day is a bitch and shit goes wrong and like you just need extra time. And so I call these places, nobody can help me. And I have just had such a bad day. And I'm like in their parking lot in the bumfuck middle of nowhere, Washington. And I'm like in their parking lot, just like screaming and cussing, and I'm like crying, and I'm like, I'm only one fucking person. Like, what do? I do everything I can, and it's not enough. Can you please give me a break? Can you help me? And I'm just like losing my shit. And I'm crying, and I'm like calling my parents, and I'm like, I can handle a lot. I'm strong, but also I'm only one person. Like sometimes you just can't, like, you can do everything in your power and sometimes it's still not enough. However, being stranded for potentially days in the middle of nowhere, like that's not a good, fun, happy-go-lucky time. So I'm like crying. And so the guy looks at me and he is like, he's like, I'm not supposed to do this, but he was like, I'll put your truck up on the jack. Let me take this one down and like I'll look deeper. And I was like, thank you so much. And so he does that and he comes back and he's like, both of your catalytic converters are like built up with sludge and you're not getting any airflow or anything. And that's what's going on. And I was like, oh shit, like catalytic converters are not cheap. And so he's like, you need 2 new catalytic converters. And he's like, that's going to be like at least $2,000. And I'm like, okay, that really sucks, but I can pay that. That's what emergency money is for. That's what like savings are for. And so I was like, okay, that's fine. And he was like, however, we can't do it. Like, we don't have the time. It would take time to even get them in. And then the labor and everything is going to be like multiple days. Well, I had already called all of these other shops nearby within maybe an hour or so, which how am I going to get there hauling the RV for an hour? Like, never mind that. Nobody could do it. So like, I'm just stuck. Like I was supposed to be at this job. Oh, Jake, somebody just asked me about you. They asked if we still talked. What's up, my friend? And so not only is this going to cost me thousands of dollars, but nobody can do it. So I'm just like dead in the water, essentially. And hey, Amy, good to see you. And so I was so upset. I was so upset. And I look at the guy and I was like, dude, listen. I was like, I am a solo female traveler out here. I have to get to this job. Like I don't have the ability to boondock, because they said like you can just stay in the RV in the I get that question a lot. I do too. Um oh my gosh. That's so cute. Thank you, Jake. Aw, that's so cute. And thanks for the finger hearts. Oh, you're so sweet. Um but I don't have the ability to boondock. So I was like, okay, well, even if I stay in the RV in your parking lot, I don't have heat, I don't have water, like I don't have any. This was end of October, like a little chilly, you know. I have to keep Shiva warm, like he's got his heaters and stuff that he needs. Oh my gosh, Jake, you're going crazy. Oh my gosh, 2 hand hearts and roses. Oh my gosh, oh, 3 hand hearts. Jake, what is happening right now? And a corgi? You're killing me. Oh my God, you're so sweet. You didn't have to do all that. Oh, the gift gallery. Thank you. I don't know what a gift gallery is. I don't know what the point of it is. But thank you. Thank you. Hold on, let me finish the story, because it's gonna kill me if I don't. So I went to the guy and I was like, look, I will tip you so well if you please help me. I was like, I never ask for help. I normally handle all of my shit. But I was like, I have no options. I have nothing I can do. I won't have heat. I won't have water. I have to get to this job. I have an animal that needs to stay warm. There's nothing. Whoa! Holy cow. With the diving whale. You're just lighting them all up in the gift gallery. Jake, you sweetheart. And Dawn with the Dalgona. Holy cow. Thank you. See, friends, me and Jake are still friends. And so I was like, dude, please help me. Please help me. I don't have any options. I'm totally stuck. And he was like, I'll see what I can do. So I'm just like chilling. I'm chilling in the RV. He comes and knocks on the door, and he's like, okay, so listen. He was like, we don't have any room to take you because we, are full up for a couple of weeks, and we have these people here and stuff, and also the catalytic converters and all this stuff. He goes, but we can break the rules for you. I'm gonna take your catalytic converters out, and I'm going to clean them out, and then I'm gonna put them back in, which is not legal. But he was like, that will at least get you where you're going. And I was like, oh my God, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. He was like, however, it's gonna take me, I don't know. He said maybe like 5 hours. He said it's going to take me like 5 hours to do. Thank you, Jake, the team bracelet, and the cheer you up. He's like, it's going to take me like 5 hours to do. And this was at like 3:00. And they close at 5. So he was like, I'm going to do all that I can do. He's like, I don't think you're going to be able to get out of here tonight, but we'll give you an extension cord that you can hook to the shop, and then at least run an extension cord in. But we don't have a place where you can hook up, and we don't have water. And I was like, that's fine. So he worked on it. I slept in here. I used the extension cord to keep my snake warm, but Tipper and I did not have heat. It was cold. It was cold. The service wasn't awesome. I did try to live stream. I live stream a little bit while all that was going on. And he worked. And it took him longer than expected because one of my cats was, it was like twisted. It was like at this weird angle. So he couldn't get in there with a brush and clean it out. So what he had to do was take a saw and open up essentially like a hatch and kind of like the fat part of the cat and get in there and clean it. And then he welded it back together. So he was so sweet. And he only charged me for the labor, and it was like $270 for the labor or something like that. And I was like, bro, like came to me the next day, and he was like, it's all good. He had seen my snake. He had seen Tipper. I was like out walking Tipper and stuff. And he was like, I have a son and he loves snakes. Could I please like take a picture with your snake? And I was like, for sure. So we like held Shiva and we took a few pictures to send to his kid. And he got me all set and good, and I hooked back up. And before I left, I went in to fill my water bottle, go to the bathroom, and I slipped him a couple $100 that I had, because like he seriously saved my ass, So like I said, thankfully I'd had that extra time with my travel, and I had told this job that like I was, stuck in the middle of bumfuck nowhere. And so I got back on the road, and then I got here to Oregon that evening, and my truck has been fine since. But yeah, that day of actually leaving the mountain was a hell of a time. You remember all of this? How many people, show of hands, how many people were here for that saga? I remember that they were very nice too. They were very nice to me. And a lot of you guys went and left really awesome comments or reviews on their Google, which was very nice of you guys to do, and go give them 5 stars. Yeah, he was a really nice guy. A super, super nice guy. So very, very, very grateful for that. Oh, I never finished this. Hold on. So yeah, that was the day I left the mountain. I still am running the same cats, yeah. This is my current truck, yeah. I bought this truck almost a year ago when I was in Port Angeles, Washington, because I got in a wreck. And I had to buy a new one. And that was the trip that Jake and I hung out together. He was in Astoria, and I was in Port Angeles. So he was at the bottom of Washington in Oregon, and I was at the top of Washington, and he drove. He was still in, he was in his Kia. Yeah, that's what it was, right? And so he drove up, and then we rode around in his car as I was doing the truck buying process. And then I bought the truck, and then we took it on some adventures and stuff. How did you and Jakey meet? So the mountains seem to have some bad energy attached. And like the park itself, I loved the park, and I enjoyed like what my job was, if the job was actually the job. Does that make sense? When I was just doing my job, it was great. But every day I was doing everybody else's job and my job. And that's what made it not great. Plus all the drama. But I loved the park. I loved my boss. But the people made it real rough. Real rough. Okay. So Jake and I met through some drama, actually. I used to have a moderator way back in the day whose name starts with T. And he was also a moderator for Jake. And T went off the fucking deep end one day. Just holy cow, off the deep end. And a whole bunch of harassment started. And yeah, and A. T and A. And a whole bunch of harassment started. And so a whole bunch of stuff had happened with Jake. And then A had told me about Jake. I didn't know who Jake was, but A had told me that Jake was also being a victim of what was going on. And that they had reached out to Jake just in support. And so I decided to do the same thing. And send Jake a message just saying like, hey, like I'm being harassed too. I'm so sorry that this is happening. T is really off his rocker, like all this stuff. And so we just started chatting through the fact that we were both being harassed by one of our ex-moderators who just went off, like, and I'll have to tell you about that some other time, went off the deep end crazy. And then that's how we became friends. We just started chatting, and we were in the same little friend group. And then, like I said, he was in Astoria, and he was door dashing around, and I was on my 3-week Olympic Peninsula trip. And I was like, hey, come hang out. Because I'd never met another creator hung out with anybody before, and so he drove up there and we spent like a week together, and it was super fun, and we saw a lot of beautiful things and camping and campfires, and I accidentally poisoned him with strawberries because he's allergic, and I took him to the ER and he fell in cold water, and we went to Cape Flattery, which is the northwesternmost part of the contiguous US, and we went to freaking La Push. We went to La Push. We went to Ruby Beach. We did a bunch of awesome stuff. We stayed in Forks. We saw all the Twilight stuff. It was a fun time. It was a fun time. And that was almost a year ago. That was like end of March, early April. I'm a silent watcher, but I try to say hello. Hi, Anna. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Hey, Lexi. Who's A? I'm not gonna say their name. But yeah, that's how Jake and I met. So he was just door dashing and solo traveling in his car at the time. Things have changed a lot in the last year for sure. So, all right, I'm gonna stay on for like 15 more minutes. I said I was gonna get off when I had streamed for 3 hours, but we're at 3 minutes. I'm sorry, 3 hours and 43 minutes. So I got like 15 more minutes. Does anybody have another? Everything has changed. You've been live for a while. Yeah, I've been live for a while. I'm also dual live streaming on TikTok or on freaking YouTube as well. Text you when you get off. Yeah, I will. For show. Trying to get my watch time on YouTube up. So here's the dealio for anybody who is a real one and would really love to help me out in a free and easy way. Bye, Shar. Have a good night. So I am live streaming on YouTube. I'm dual live streaming, and I'm going to put all of my live streams that I do into a playlist on YouTube. Okay. And what you can do to help me out is that when you go to work or you're sleeping or you're cooking or whatever, or if you have an extra device or something like that, just put my playlist on and turn the sound off and just let it play in the background. Because that gives me watch time, and that's super important for monetization. So by you just letting this play and giving me watch time, we can reach the 4,000 hours needed for monetization, and then YouTube will pay me. And that's super, super important. I need to ask folks to do that. Yes. Last year was a whirlwind. Holy cow. I'll be watching of this. Do you still error account protected? Potentially. I'll need to talk to you about it because I do have some questions about what that entails, but we can chat about it. Insomnia has been real around here. Yeah. How much watch time do I have now? So it doesn't update until overnight. So as of right now, I have 182 hours of watch time. So I will check in the morning and see how much I have. So, Kathy. So however many hours doesn't tell me till the next day. Is there a certain time you have to wait between views of the same video? Not to my knowledge, but maybe Google it. I'm sure. Period. Make the companies pay me. Make the companies pay me. It's a free thing you can do that doesn't cost you anything. Just watch my shit, run it in the background. You know? People don't have money to gift, but you can do simple things like that. Make the companies pay me. I need 4,000 hours of watch time to get monetized. And before the live stream and stuff today, and any video views I got, I had 182. Let's get monetized. Should be a lot. Just turned on my TV off, getting ready for bed. Well, thank you, Jessica. Thank you for everything. 500 subs. Yeah, you need 500 subs too. Jake also has YouTube. For those of y'all who don't know, Jake also is working on YouTube as well. We're trying the best we can. So thank you to everybody who's been hanging out on YouTube over here. I know I've been looking up here a lot, but I don't normally dual stream. And I don't have anything to set my computer on where I I hate how lopsided my face is. Like this side. Actually, this is my better side, but this side of my face is so much bigger. I wish I could like do it like this so that I could look very quickly back and forth between, but I live in an RV. I don't have a place to freaking sit my stuff. So, putting out a new video on Monday. Nice. I have a car camping video to post, and I have I have my RV tour I need to post as well. So I do have some content coming. I have some content coming too. I just have to film some like intros and outros and stuff. I'm getting sick of TikTok too, for sure. Anyway, all right. I guess I'm gonna go ahead and hop off actually because it's almost 10 o'clock here. I did take a nap today, but it's almost 10. So thank you guys so much for being here. Y'all are the best community on TikTok, hands down. Nobody can convince me otherwise. Y'all are the best. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Jake, for the gifts. Thank y'all all for the support. Thank you, everybody else, for the gifts. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Thanks for all of my YouTube friends hanging out. Again, like I said, I'm going to upload this live stream into my live stream playlist on YouTube. I don't know how long that's going to take, but like I said, the best way you can help me out right now is to just watch my YouTube videos and get my watch time up. Comment, like them, all that stuff. That's a free way you can help me out, and I would super appreciate it. Y'all are the best. Y'all are the best. I appreciate y'all so very much. And I will chat with you guys tomorrow. I'm gonna go to the gym after work tomorrow, and then we'll live stream. It's supposed to be really nasty weather for the next couple of days, so we'll only be doing inside stuff. I'm really glad we did the campfire last night while the wood was dry, because we have crap weather for the next couple of days. But good night, Rowdy. Good night, everybody. Love you guys so very much, and don't ever forget that I love you. I see you. You always have a seat at my table, and whether you like it or not, we will always be one. Y'all drink some water before you go to bed, have sweet dreams, and have a great Saturday tomorrow. Good night. And good night to you guys as well. I appreciate you so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.